today, the first day of football class. The first day. And you know we gonna talk about it. Man, it was a lot of good. I was enjoying myself. Watching these boys get it for the Dallas Cowboys, man. I love it, man. I'm telling you. Oh, man. It looks so good to see my brothers in them pass, man, and then to see them boys working. Ooh-wee. And we go bring it to you, man. We got everything ready to go. So y'all get up in here. Get y'all butts up in here, and we gonna talk some football, man. And I'm telling you, man, we gonna freestyle. We gonna do it all. We gonna do it all, man. Right here at BossCowboySports. All right, let me get my time up here, man. I gotta get that. I need to get that time. So we got. So let me get this. Let's get this time. All right, we got the time. All right, there we go. I got 2 minutes to get this plane ready, and we go take off like a rocket. Yeah, man. I can't wait to freestyle with the family. I love freestyling with the family, man. We come in, man. We freestyling, man. Freestyling. And you know, different people might have different definitions of freestyling. Over here at Boss Cowboy Sports, when we say freestyling, we saying that we go open up the phones. That's what we saying. And we dead serious about that. We not playing about that. We serious about that, man. Because it's all about your voice. We want to hear your voice. Y'all get y'all butts up in here. Yeah, man, because we go talk some football, man. Yeah, it was exciting to see them pass, man, and y'all already in the building. I'm loving it. I see y'all coming in. I'm watching you coming on in. Come on in, man. This is gonna be a, I'm gonna put it like this. I couldn't do this show if it took 4 hours. So obviously, I'm gonna have to break this show up likely into 2 shows with all the content that came out today. Goodness gracious, I'm talking about they loaded us up. But we gonna talk about all that stuff, man. But y'all sit back, man. Listen to this music. Let's go. Gotta have that music down, baby. Let's go, man. Yeah, man. Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports. First day of pass, baby. Let me turn this down. I got Miss Charles in the building. She hate all that music. I'm gonna turn this down for you, Miss Charles. Ooh, man, let's go, man. These boys got the pads on, and we go talk about it. So obviously, man, we can start from a lot of different areas. Let me see. Let me see where I'm gonna start. I guess let's start with the bad stuff. All right. I know Miss Charles started laughing. She said, "Thank you, thank you for turning this music down." I'm gonna turn it down some more, for real. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit more. All right, but obviously, let's start with the bad news. Obviously, so obviously the bad news is, oh, that's the kicking stuff. Give me 1 second. The bad news is obviously the James Washington. All right, so that's the bad news. Is Cowboys wide receiver James Washington has been carted off practice field in Oxnard. So this is something we've been talking about. Matter of fact, Big Game James and I, we talked about this yesterday. Is, being one injury away from crisis. And, they coming out. I'm keeping my own different things that could be breaking. And he said Jerry Jones said he's concerned about James Washington injury. They were counting on him. So obviously, is this a time? Do we just get on the phones and start calling up a Sanders, a T.Y. Hilton? Do you call up a Fuller, a Will Fuller, and say, hey, big head, hey, how you doing? Hey, girl, I've been thinking about you. It's been a while. Or do you go with the young guys? But to be honest, can we be honest? Can I be honest? Because I'm always try to be honest with you. I honestly wasn't too impressed with what I was seeing anyway. I wasn't. Like, it's maybe it's my eyes, but I wasn't seeing nothing that was just like, ooh. I was like, with him anyway. So it's one of those things to where maybe we can get better. My boy Swain said, trust them youngins. Yeah, I mean, I think we got to see them youngins. We got to definitely see them. Because I always said Sadiq with Charles. Ooh, oh, wait. She say Kyle Beasley. Hold on.
Yoga fire.
And then he said everybody in camp say that too. That's what Coolin said. Yeah, I'm not panicking over James Washington. I'm not. I'm just honestly not panicking. So that's obviously one degree of, bad news I want to talk about, and then I'm gonna open up the phone lines, and then we'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Then the other thing that's also bad news is obviously this kicker situation. Not kicker, the Matt Let's Go. And this is from Michael Gelkin. And Michael said, it is considered a matter of when, not if, Cowboys OT Matt Let's Go will undergo surgery on shoulder. I'm not going to even try to say that word and embarrass myself. Subluxation. Whew, I did it anyway. And I did embarrass myself. Rookie 5th round pick is not expected to practice this week. Shoulder issue has history dating back to senior year at North Dakota. And then Mike McCarthy this is from Calvin Watkins, where he said Mike McCarthy on possible surgery for Matt Let's Go. I think it's going to be when, or can he get through without? He's a rookie. We don't really know until we see him move in the weight room and strength levels and all of that. He's a medical evaluation for us. Well, that's something I can definitely speak on, because I've had 2 shoulder separations on both of my shoulders, surgery on one. So I can tell you right now, having a shoulder separation can totally change you as a player. And if it's really bad, the only thing that's going to get you back to your normal state is surgery. Because it's one thing about your shoulder when it's popping out, because I've had my shoulder pop out in the game and I popped it in. But I'm telling y'all, I popped my own shoulder in and tried to be Mr. Hero, thought I was going to keep playing. Let me be honest. Played bad, dog. Your boy Boss did not play good. I was trash, bro. Like, I did not play Boss Cowboy football. It was
finish him.
So, yeah, now swing tackle is looking even more. So this is the crazy thing about football. See, once you put them pads on, This is the fact. I heard it just came out. Hold on. It said Cowboys fear fractured right foot for James Watt, still waiting final word. Fractured foot means he could be out 6 to 8 weeks. This just came in from Clarence. All right, so I'm telling y'all, I'm keeping my eye on this stuff. So as we go, y'all might get some of that break. But yeah, Cowboys fear a fractured foot for James. So I want to start with the bad news, but it was also plenty of good at that practice. Trust me, it's not all doom and gloom. Trust me, it was plenty of good stuff going on, and I'm not hyping you up. So here we go. Let's get on these phones real quick, and we go talk about the good after we talk about whatever else y'all want to talk about. But we got the phone lines open. Don't act shy. Y'all get up in here. Let's get on these phones. Let's talk, and then after we talk, we gonna talk about the good stuff, because I saw plenty of good. I got plenty of film already queued up, and trust me, if y'all don't call in soon, I'm gonna get right into this content because I'm anxious. So I got the call line open. It's 941-942-2100. 941-942. Okay, here we go. All right. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss, what's going on?
What's up, Coach? All right, we got the call lines now. You said you want to vent yesterday. You want to start with that, or you want to talk about these pads?
Nah, let's go ahead and talk about the past, man. I don't even want to even start with that negativity. We're going to start with some positive stuff, man. Let's talk football, man.
Let's talk.
I was listening to the training camp when I was at work. Yeah, I'm kind of sad about James Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're going to overreact. I think we're going to go crazy about we need receivers. I know it's going to be a panic nation about receivers.
It's going to be panic nation.
It's going to be panic because our own fan base is going to say, well, man, we need these receivers, man. We got to be explosive. We got to have more receivers, man. We need the receivers because we need to pass the game because we got to pass the ball more because we got Dak Prescott. But run the game, we need to do a little bit of that. But no, we need these receivers. I mean, guys become third receivers, fourth receivers. The way they become good NFL players, they have opportunities like this, and they prove it. You're not gonna get every team doesn't have a proven guy that say, oh man, his third and fourth wide receiver that, hey, he is definitely gonna be. There's no doubt that he's a good player. You know, I think we got some talent there. We got to allow them to see it now. They want to pick up a guy like for a veteran out there that maybe can come in and be a third wide receiver. But you talking about picking up a Hilton and all these people. These guys ain't gonna, when Gallup and Tober start playing, you think these guys are gonna sit on the sideline and be happy?
Well, it all depends, right? So if they come in and making plays, are we gonna just sit them down because Gallup coming back?
That's right. And when you sit them down, guess what? These veteran guys ain't playing no special teams.
Yeah.
So when you sit them down, you know this, boss. On Sunday, everybody on that sideline got to play. It ain't no, oh, you sit down, you a wide receiver, you just sitting over here drinking coffee.
So are you saying, Coach, are you saying you don't think we should get no receivers in here?
If we're going to bring in a guy, but if we're going to bring a guy in that has played the role as a third receiver, may have had some years, but I don't think we're not going to get anybody in here at this particular time that's going to make us like it's going to be a wow moment. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're going to get it's either they're going to have some very injury history, like when you're talking about Fuller, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have some very injury history. So if you get them in here and you start depending on them, they can become hurt. Same thing we did with Washington. Washington had some injury history. We should have seen that sign coming since OTAs, but I think they need to. I think they have an idea who they want to bring in here, but I just think I don't want it to be a panic, like you were saying earlier, because I didn't see too much out of James Washington from the start with. So
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be hard to replace him, and
Right.
you may become a little bit better. But there's no need to go in here and say we need to go start swinging for the fences for the receiver core because we're trying to replace a guy that we thought he might be the third receiver.
But are we even swinging for the fences? Because, see, this is the thing. It's a lot of question marks at the receiver, coach. So we got a lot of question marks. So, even though I feel confident,
There's a lot of question marks if you plan on throwing the ball 40, 44 times.
No, it's not even about if we trying to throw the ball 44 times. I'm just saying question marks in terms of playmaking ability, right? Because even though I feel confident that CD Lamb is going to be a good number one and he killed it out there today, our number two at this point is Tolbert.
Okay.
And then we never really knew Noah Brown to be like a breakaway receiver, and we've been waiting on that for 6 years. Right. And he missed a hit and miss, and then, what you got after that? Now we talking about what, TJ Vasta? And then we talking about Dennis Houston. It's a lot of unprovenness in that receiver room right now. This is why I said I felt like we was always an injury away from crisis. So it's like, you might overspend, but at least you will have somebody that's a veteran.
Right, and that's what you're saying when we want to have a veteran, and if any of these teams, when they say when we have somebody go down, any of these teams that have a first or second receiver go down are gonna be in the same boat the Cowboys in. Because they thirds and fourths, they're not going to be most times when you got a heavy salary, they ain't going to be really proven guys.
Mm-hmm.
So any team that has a big hit, back with Kansas City, they have a Tariq Hill go down. It showed. When they have Tariq Hill go down, they kind of struggle. They have a Kelsey go down. They're going to struggle because we don't know the backups. Right, so they're gonna have to make their way. But you're right, boss. I do come say that they want to look out there for a veteran. But what I'm saying is, I don't want the total panic to come to say that we are just so depleted at this receiving core because regardless of whoever you bring in here, if Lamb go down, it's the exact same thing. You're not gonna have another Lamb that's gonna come in and say, oh, another guy that could be an ultimate playmaker that's going to replace him. That's you have to manufacture your offense in a way to be efficient. But if you look at some of the top offenses in our league, in our division, in the NFC, who has 3 or 4 receivers?
I think some teams got 3 or 4 receivers. Denver definitely got 3 or 4 receivers. I can name them, but it's not too many that's going to have 3 or 4 receivers. But we got question marks to me on all the receivers. Like, we have not seen CeeDee Lamb yet as the number one. I only have confidence that he can be the number one, and I do have confidence, but it hasn't been manifested. Tolbert is a rookie. What else do we got? Like, I understand most teams don't have 3 or 4.
San Francisco, their offense is pretty good.
Who?
I don't even know none of their receivers.
Yeah, but you talking about a team that's also committed to the run, aggressively committed to the run, and as you know, and they are good, and they send San Fran. You talking about Debo, who just got paid, right? Very proven, and they had I can't remember, but he came from Arizona. He pretty good too. I can't remember his name though, but he in year 3.
I think in year 3.
We got Tolbert getting ready to be a rookie as our number 2. So I don't even think it's a panic to say bring in a receiver. I think it's like, I think it is what it is.
I mean,
what James Washington.
You go get somebody. If they're making plays, you're starting growth.
Who growth?
Colbert's.
Oh yeah, IU. Thank you, B Bird. I don't see how we stun his growth. I don't, because then he's a number 3 receiver or number 2. And it might not stun his growth. That's if they better than him.
And you're right. And he'll be a number 3 receiver until December, then he ain't on the field at all.
I think it depends on how he play. Just to be honest. Because if we talking about all the way to December, right? And we just kind of going back and forth on this, trying to figure this out. Because are you saying don't bring in no receiver, just trust these young guys?
There can be a veteran receiver that, just like what you talking about, we talking about bringing a veteran receiver in. Let's go get somebody. Let's look at somebody just like we looked at Washington. And Washington was not no big time number 2 receiver. If you look at him, we can find a veteran receiver like that. Because Washington's only, 3 years in, and he didn't have a real good year. That's why I'm saying we're not really hurting, because like you had said earlier, we're going to be able to replace Washington easily. Because we didn't get Washington like he was the all-world, halfway Pro Bowler. We can replace him easily.
Yeah.
Because if you was going to go out and replace somebody, if you was going to go out and get somebody better than that, you should have went and done that from the start with.
Well,
now, there's some guys out there that replace Washington. There's some guys that, I remember we were talking about in that same tier of Washington that we would have picked probably over Washington. So some of those guys that's in that same tier is all right, because those guys, you're not asking them to come in here and be world beaters. I don't even think we was asking Washington to come here and be a world beater. We was asking him to hold the fort down and just be solid until we got out to our next person. And I think we can get somebody, and we need to get somebody, because with the depth and receiver, but to jump out there and to say we trying to get a solid number 2 receiver, possibly that has been maybe a number 1 receiver. If he does well, then somebody's growth is going to be cut. All the other, somebody ain't going to play, or less. But you can get them play if you put it up 50 times in the game, and it ain't going to work. You're going to fail in that category. I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, I think December is that's kind of a big gamble to wait to December. So I guess we pretty much saying the same thing. If we say
I know who's going to be on the board for it. I can tell who's going to be on board for get and probably going to push for you to get that receiver. Kellen.
Well, yeah,
but that's what he wants.
But you also said bring in a receiver, Yeah.
So
it sounds like we're talking about,
because you lost a guy, you're gonna replace him with a guy. Unless you're gonna get, you might have already replaced the boss. I don't even know if they're gonna get a receiver. If they may have already replaced him, because if you look at Washington, he came out of college, but his last couple of years, and he's been having some injury problems. I'm saying the same thing you're saying. He impressed me, but he didn't impress me like that.
Yeah.
So, but a T.Y. Hilton or a bigger name, they come to be number 2s, and they come to play. Somebody's going to have to sit. Unless you're going to run 4 out there.
I don't think somebody got to sit, Coach, because you keep saying that. I don't think somebody got to sit. I think they need to compete. Like, if they coming in, they got to earn that number 2 job just like everybody else.
That's right. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. That's right.
So somebody go be the number 2 or number 3, but the field, in my opinion, got to work that out. That's all I'm saying. You know, but at this point,
and you might, and then you're gonna keep, and now I see what you're saying with that, and that's gonna make sure that's probably gonna help the regression. And I have to say it the same way we have to say it, and I think about it if I think about it in terms, I don't want to be one-sided when I say, if I think about something in one position, I want to be the same thing, to be the same across the board in another position.
Right.
Yes, if you do bring a more of a veteran in here, because all it only should help the growth of these other guys to learn. So you have to really pick the right person that's not coming in to be individual, but they coming in here to say, hey, I know I'm probably at the end, but I'm gonna get my work in. I'm gonna do some work, but I'm gonna bring these other guys along, and that might help the progression of these guys. Just like we were talking about as linebackers.
Right.
So that's what you held money for. Now, if you don't make these type of moves, then what are you holding the money for? I'm really confused then.
Because then that means
so you're in a position where you can, but I don't think they're gonna bring in nobody here no 7, 8 million, 10 million.
No.
But I don't even think you have to go that far. I think you got somebody you got some people out there that want that opportunity. And I think if you're talking about a good veteran, I think T.Y. would be because he's had some years. He had some injuries, but I don't think he had no injuries last year at all.
Right.
So I think he may be a good choice.
Sanders, Will Fuller,
who?
Sanders, Emmanuel Sanders. He older. I would say right now, like
Emmanuel Sanders would be perfect because he's known to fit that role. He's not been targeted a lot. He can make some big plays, good experience. I think he can have some games there because when he was with Buffalo, he had some games here and there, but he's not looking to be. He knows he's not in that point where he's going to dominate the ball because we're going to be going a lot to Lamb, as I heard in the practice. They'll be going a lot to Lamb. But, yes, he could be a solid person because, and you're right, if something goes wrong with Lamb, you're going to have these progression of these younger guys going to have to increase. And you want to decrease really fast just in case in week 4 or 5 something happened to Lamb. These guys feel a little bit more comfortable because they have come so far quickly. You know what I'm saying? Even though they might not be getting opportunities, but you can see in practice that they're getting a lot better.
Right.
You know, so
I agree. I definitely.
That's what
agree.
you want to see because you want to be able to see. It's they made the transfer in the game, but you can see in practice that these guys are maturing. So you're like, okay, if they do have to step in that role, but we're gonna have a contention plan. If we have some down, our offense got to be able to be convertible to convert to whoever else is the stars there, and go through that energy.
Yeah,
you know. So,
but I like Sanders because he's a route runner, and Dak does well with route runners. He's a real route runner. You know what I mean? And I don't trust Will Fuller's injury history. You know, I wouldn't even be mad at no Cole Beasley. I promise you, at this point, I wouldn't be mad at it. You know,
the only thing about Cole Beasley, right? The history, and it's gonna be too much noise. That's just too much distraction about what he's done. Cole Beasley, he should be. We should do too much. And I'm not saying that it'll be Cole Beasley himself. Mm-hmm. It's just we need a guy that's gonna come in. Yeah, people gonna be hyping that they're gonna be with him because he's coming in, but we don't have all these other side stories. We don't. The less, we already got too many distractions as it is.
Right.
Right. The less side stories, the better.
But see, at the same time, just to push back just a little bit, I think. Remember, we took Bennett. Remember, we took Bennett about 2 years ago.
I know Bennett was, but Bennett wasn't. The reason I'm talking about the side story with Cole Beasley is because he used to play here and people liked him. So he's gonna have all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Bennett talked about Jerry. And when he got on his team and got to making plays, nobody cared. I think it's about if you making plays or not, to be honest, Coach. I think it'll be initial. I think it'll be initial whispers and gossip and look what he said in the past and all of that. Once he make a play, people go be like, to the pass. They ain't gonna care. They ain't gonna care.
Okay, let's talk. If we really supposed to bring in a receiver, what type of receiver we talking about? Do we really need to bring somebody who's a man out wide that's gonna be running the wide receiver, or on the wide, or we talking about a Cole Beasley in the slot? If we talking about a Cole Beasley in the slot working there, why are we doing this, man? You got the guy right there on the staff. If you ain't gonna use him, you ain't gonna use no other receiver.
Well, it depends on the flexibility of the ones you got. So I think it's about getting what's available and making the ones you got adjust if they have the flexibility, right? So if it's gonna make CeeDee Lamb play more X because you got you more of a slot starter grade guy, then do it. If you got you a starter grade X receiver and it's gonna make CeeDee Lamb play more inside like the Jerry Rice, because right now CeeDee Lamb is your more flexible player and you just trying to get 2 people out there or 3 that are threats. So whatever's gonna make you have threats out there, I don't care what you get.
Well, that's why I was asking that, because on the outside when we talking about with, I don't think I ever seen T.Y. Hilton in the slot. He may have. I might be wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's more of an X out wide guy, right? This is why this is where when we talking about Cole Beasley. Mm-hmm. Cole Beasley, I don't think. Yeah, he can do some more receivers in making plays, but I can get the same amount of plays if I use Tony Pollard the way I'm supposed to use.
Which they not doing. They not even doing that.
But see, this is the crazy thing. If they ain't doing it with that, whoever else you bring in, they ain't gonna do it either.
Well, because they not gonna use Tony Pollard downfield as a receiver, so you might as well bring in a receiver that you'll bring in down for downfield action. See, because all the stuff that they talked about in the offseason, they not doing. Dak using his legs, you not seeing that. Simi Fehoko as an H-back, you not seeing that. Tony Pollard in the slot, they not doing that. All the stuff that they got people hype on in the offseason, they have run no plays with it. So, but hey, Coach, I want to show some of these young guys real quick, and then I'm gonna open back up the phone lines. I want to kind of show.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, man. But like I said, man, these young guys, man, it's a, we call it unknown, but young guys have to make their way somewhere. Hopefully, we have some people that does well, and we had that's proven to do well. Hopefully, these other guys, we just want them to be spot guys, these young guys, not be frontliners. And that's why we probably need to receive, because we don't need them to be frontliners right up front.
Gotcha. All right, Coach. Let me talk about the young guys. Later. All right, here we go. All right, that was Coach Marv. So, speaking about these young guys, we already got this particular videos by John Machota. All right, so John Machota, y'all make sure y'all follow him on Twitter. TJ keep stacking good days. Your boy TJ is doing his thing. On top of that, it's also, I keep hearing, but this is the first time they showed it, also Noah Brown. Like this Noah Brown, I see you, Noah Brown. I see it. Now, it's a couple of things on this play that I noticed. First of all, I want y'all to notice Jabril in that linebacker and watch him and watch his range. Number 14, look at him move. Oh, my God. Do y'all see it? Do I need to point him out? It's number 14. No, boy, that boy, Jabril. I mean, because when you running across field, that's a major advantage to a receiver, because it's a foot race when you're running across field. And Nashawn Wright, look at Nashawn Wright with that game speed. Hold on real quick. We got us a super chat. Ooh, I can't fight this super chat real quick. Let's talk about this, because this is just honest. Cooper Trade looks worse now, huh? Yeah, it looks worse. It does. It looks worse for a couple of reasons. It looked worse when you look at the Debo Samuel signing. That make it look worse. And it looked worse when you look at the depth at receiver. So yeah, it definitely looked worse. But going back to Noah Brown and watching him, look at Nashawn Wright close. Ooh, it's I know this is a focus on Noah Brown, and good catch by Noah Brown. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also looking at their defense and how they moving. Man, that boy Jabril and Nashawn Wright with a better angle. Ooh, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I honestly don't think LVE would have been close. Just being honest. Man, I just like to see, and you can see Marquise Bell. Like, Cooper had to throw a real good ball because it was 3 defenders that closed real fast on this play. Three closed in on that play. So yeah, it's gonna work out, you know. And to be honest, I'm liking what I'm seeing. All the way honest, I'm being all the way honest. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Noah Brown and TJ Vasher more than James Washington. Just keeping it real. You know, when I look at that boy TJ, his name is coming up for a reason over and over. He getting all that love for a reason. You know what I mean? Even LVE Weird Self came over there dapping him up. Because watch how the whole squad rallies around TJ. And this is a clip from Michael Gelkin. I want to make sure I give him his credit. Y'all make sure y'all follow him on Twitter. But man, the whole squad, first team, second team, third team, fourth team, everybody going showing love. Trust me and Coach Marv talked about this. They do that when you earning the whole team's respect. Yeah, I like what you said right here, Dave Walker. I want to talk about this too. He said, Boss Cowboy, Nashawn Wright and Noah going to shock lots of Cowboy fans and lots of people on the outside. Hey, bro, real talk. That I did a video literally right before about Nashawn Wright. Like, and I released it this morning. And I was talking about how he needed to get a pick so he can start winning the crowd again. I literally did it this morning. And sure enough, that boy when he got his interception today, dog. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me see if I got it. Yep, I got it right here. This is courtesy also of Michael Gelkin. So I got all this stuff queued up. Yeah, bro. Cause see, to me, from the clips that's coming out, I'm being honest, from the clips that's coming out, man, Nashawn Wright is rising. He rising. At some point, the crowd gonna have to start giving him credit. Because see, that same play, that exact same play that everybody was hype about with TJ, right? That same play that everybody was hyped that he made on Boss Man, they tried that same play on Nashawn Wright, and it was no good. It was no good. See, all that size, Day Walker, it don't work when that dude just as big as you. You see what I'm saying? Like, both of them balls are trees. Yeah. They both above the rim right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, yeah, like the same play. Everybody like, oh, look at the play that he made on Boss Man. Yeah, that's the same play he did not make on Nashawn. No, sir. And so Nashawn, to me, just to me, it might not be to you, but to me, at some point, somebody got to start giving Nashawn more props because he's starting to make more big plays. Just keeping it real. And I'm just loving with these pads on, just keeping it real, how it's building, how you seeing these boys competing. You know what I'm saying? You know, you seeing these boys get out of it. And they keep trying to give the ball to TJ. And now TJ, he got to jog back humble. See, he have to jog back humble because every time you testing the big corner, big dog, you losing.
Finish him.
Every time you testing the big corner,
Bruh.
that big corner is winning on you, TJ. Yeah, so all right, let's talk about some more stuff before I take some calls. Because I told you I got a lot of content on today, a lot of good stuff to talk about. it would take me a while to get through all this content because I got a lot of video queued up from practices and practice from today. One thing that's obviously standing out, just keeping it real, is Dak Prescott, bro. That boy Dak Prescott, say, man, that boy is, say, him and CeeDee Lamb out there today, bruh, they doing their thing. And it's obvious. You know what I mean? Like, this is today. Them boys had a real good day. And watch this throw by Dak. Just watch it. Watch this window. Bro. Oh, my God. Watch this throw by Dak. Man, you couldn't walk it in there. Man, it was 3 defenders in that window. Look at it. Look. Watch it. Look at that. Bro. Oh, my God. Say, am I tripping? I don't think I'm tripping, man. Say that boy, man. So let me take a call real quick because I'm going to slow it down because I could get into a lot of this content. But, man, all I can tell you, bro, man, from them clips, you could tell them boys put in that work, bro. Because this is what Patrick No C Walker said. Let me get my big head out the way. He said, no exaggeration. Dak is out here throwing absolute dots and Lamb off in the recipient and is making all the big boy grabs. Ladies being and out going against Anthony Brown that allowed him to turn with nothing but green in front. 4 plus 88 equals 6. He made up some good old math.
Yoga fire.
Yeah, man, I got a lot of these throws. Like, and this was the offense day. Like, this is another one. Look at that. And then semi for 6. But see, this is still a good throw by Dak. Cause watch it. It's gonna be a Dak weirdo hater that's gonna come in here and say that throw was high. But you gotta look. He was throwing it over a defender, Anthony Brown. Look, he threw it over Anthony Brown fingertips. Let me yoga fire.
Yoga fire.
Dak threw that thing over a man's fingertips.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
Your eyes are not lying to you. Yes, you are seeing that. Dak threw that over a man's fingertips. And then Schultz dropped the ball. And Simi makes the play for a touchdown. Oh, my. You talking about a dime. See, a Romo hater come in here and say, and I did say Romo, not Romo hater, Dak hater, come in here, oh, that ball was high. See, that's why you need Boss Cowboy who got them eyes. I got real good eyes. And I was like, bro, he threw that over a dude. And you got to know that. Ooh. See, if you somebody that's trying to look for the negative, you gonna find it. You gonna find it. Oh my. Ooh, man, I enjoyed today watching these boys with them pads on, man. And that also is courtesy of John Machota. I want to make sure he get credit for this video footage. Them boys are working real hard out there to get us this. Somebody asked how the linebackers looking. Let me talk about that. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like what I was seeing today because I felt like, William, that we got a lot of hot air. And let me explain that. I think we got us a lot of hot air. Coach Marv would love the rhetoric, but then did the rhetoric match the practice? All right, let's listen. So Clarence Hill said, to answer your question, he said, Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy on pass today. This was before practice. He said, this is the day we've been looking forward to. This is as close as we can get to playing game. I want the juice. This is what we're here for. When I think of Oxnard, I think of padded practice in this weather. Let's crank it up. Bro, they did not crank it up. No. It was not crunk up out there. See, the talk was good and it sound good, like they getting ready to thud up. Them linebackers didn't get no action today. The trenches got action though, and I'm gonna show that after. I'm gonna take a call and I'm gonna show some of that trench warfare, because it's some trench warfare. So let's get on this phone real quick. Let me show the phone line real quick. All right, got the phone lines going. All right, so we got the call lines open. We're gonna take a pause from the content that I pulled and freestyle. I promise that we go freestyle. I'm gonna call B Bird. I see B Bird. Oh, there it is. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, boss, this is B Bird. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? I was just finna call you. What's up with it?
Yeah, no problem. Hey, so catch me up. Is Washington gonna be out for a long time?
That's what it looked like, B. That's what it looked like.
Okay.
It's not official yet. He likely still got to go through his x-rays and stuff, but the reports are and the rumors are that it's bad,
Yeah.
Well,
so I would say this. I differ a little bit from Coach Marv. We talk about letting the young guys do it. I definitely feel that we should bring a veteran in, and if the young guys beat them out, then let that happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that means that they've earned it. But we like progress stoppers. I never like to hear about a progress stopper for a team that's aspiring to be in a championship game or the Super Bowl, because really, progress stoppers are for teams that's building for 5 years from now or 3 years from now, something like that. Then you do stop, a guy from becoming what he's going to be for bringing in a veteran when you're not going to be in the playoffs anyway. But our team should be, looking and saying, no, this could be like our receiver room is just so different than what it was last year. We really could withstand an injury like this. Last year we did. We missed CD at times. We missed Cooper a couple of games, and we missed Gallup a lot. And our wide receiver core kept going because we were deep in it. But if you look at this year, again, I think you said it, CD is unproven as a one. We think he can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, it could be a rookie. Washington's out and Gallup's out. And behind that, we have guys that I don't even know if they made the official 53. So I don't think you can really just go into the year with that. You're really playing with fire with that. And I think you will get burned on that. And then you go back and then you look at it. We've done this before where we said we can just get by, right? And that's when we end up going getting Cooper.
Yep.
And what I'm trying to say is that we have to say, hey, let's bring some guys in and give them a look, see what they can do or whatever. And somebody that's done it on Sundays before. They have some guys out there. I think you probably mentioned them. I caught your show a little bit later. They have some guys out there that's done it on Sundays.
Yeah.
And then even during the season, it's 8 games in, if the younger guys are more effective. But you bring in guys and just say, hey, give me the best 4. Give me the best 3, and let's go with that. I don't think you don't bring guys in and just go with what you got. You know what I'm saying? That means you're not even trying. You're not even trying to solidify this group, which I think, it has a lot of question marks if you really look at it.
Yeah, that group, it had question marks. It got worse. Man, It feel like, you want me to be honest? Man, this feel like karma. I ain't gonna even lie. This feel like karma.
It feel like what?
It feel like karma.
Yeah.
For how we did Cooper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, because ever since we started leaks on because we started those leaks on him, right?
Yeah.
That he don't love football, and they still did all of that stuff even up to the training camp kickoff. They were still taking shots at him. But once they started doing all that, that's when you start hearing about extra babies on the side. That's when Rick stuff came out on the cheerleaders. It's like sometimes you can't do good people bad, bro.
Yeah.
You just
Well, I'll tell you this. I am firmly in the corner of they did Cooper wrong. I just don't like the whole optics of it. And one of the things I would say, two things. The $20 million, I think next year or the year after that, that'll be the money of the number 2 wide receivers. How this wide receiver market is going.
I think
that guy fell down so far on this. The $20 million has fallen down so far on the totem pole that it looks like a bargain for a number 1 right now.
Man, super bargain. We would have been paying $20 million for our number 1, and I think Amari was on a 5-year contract, so I think we even had 3 more years left.
Yeah.
We had 3 more years, B Bird.
What was that?
We had 3 more years, B Bird.
Yeah.
3 years on a $20 million.
For a number 1.
For a number 1.
And one thing I'll tell you that Beasley probably won't be here because part of the reason I think they soured on Coop, for one thing, it's the $20 million, they didn't want to pay it. That's the first thing. And then number 2, I think him missing the game for C-19, and Beasley isn't vaccinated either, so they're not bringing that in. He's been very vocal about that. But definitely, I think that's going to be the thing that keeps Beasley out.
Yeah. I can see that too. We make decisions like that. Somebody said to me, "Boss, you've been really negative lately on the team, man. He was not worth the money anymore."
Yeah, well, the thing about it, he wasn't worth the money because they decided mid-season that he wasn't going to be worth the money, and so they made the numbers low on him. I say that all the time. I still stand by that. That's not a decision. That's a decision by the Joneses. They didn't. If he'd have had 95 catches for 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns, and then traded him for a 5th, the fans would have went crazy. He had 70-something receptions, 800-something yards, and I don't know how many touchdowns. So the fans swallowed what they were saying. And so, to me, that's the thing that I don't like, and I'm not even going to get into the Joneses because they control too much. And a lot of these things these fans don't know, but if you look at these things are done by what makes those guys look good, contracts and everything else. Like whenever you have a team like we had last year, again, I would say that you build on that thing and you go for it. All we was trying to do is maintain and just try to get like components in there to keep what we have. But what we had wasn't good enough last year. And competitive teams say, hey, no, what they look at the Rams, they look at the 49ers, and then they look at, those teams, those are our targets. What do we have to do to get to those guys? And I can never understand why we looked at the Rams, we looked at Tampa Bay, we looked at the 49ers, and we said, okay, no, we're going to get rid of good players. And some of them I don't necessarily mind, but Cooper is the one that kind of stood out to me, whereas I was like, man, why are we doing this? This makes no sense to me. We're moving our number 2 up, our number 3. It just made no sense to me. But anyway, man, so who's out there right now, man? I always thought Will Fuller would have been a good fit. So who else is out there?
Sanders, T.Y. Hilton. Those are the 3
Sanders
that come to mind.
I think he played well recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I would go all day with a Sanders. You taking a risk with T.Y. Hilton because his injury history is very vast. But if he healthy, he's a good receiver. He's a good receiver. And he got real game speed. Real.
And boss, I'm at to get out the line, man. I'll be listening though, okay?
Okay, cool.
All
right, but like some of y'all really don't understand me. You don't understand Law. You don't understand Big Game James. And y'all say we negative or whatever. It's telling the truth, man. You know what I mean? It's Stephen Jones himself said, USPN. Stephen Jones himself said, he said that it was our system was the reason we didn't target Amari. I'll say it again. He said it was our system. It wasn't the skill set of Amari. It was their system. It's the Kellen Moore system is why Amari didn't get his targets. And so let's make a bet. Let's make a bet because it's already out. It's already out now that we know Deshaun Watson is going to only do 6 games on his suspension. I'm willing to make a bet for all of y'all who saying that he wasn't worth it. I'm telling you right now that Amari Cooper in 11 games is going to do 1,000 yards. Yes, I said it. And I want you to come back. I want you to come back. And I want you to, and it's okay that we think different. I'm never mad at anybody that thinks different. That's cool. We all got our own minds on this. But don't dodge me when Amari go off for the Browns. Don't run away from the show. Don't be like, I don't watch Boss Cowboy Sports no more. Don't run. I want you to come right back, and I want you to say it after it's obvious. Okay? Don't run for all you people that saying Amari, he wasn't worth $20 million. When he go over to the Browns and he put up massive numbers with Deshaun Watson, once he's able to play, I want y'all to come right on back. Don't dodge this channel. Don't unsubscribe. Don't do none of that. Just come on back. And I ain't gonna even slap you. I ain't gonna talk bad to you. We go just talk like adults, and it's gonna be like, okay, was the Joneses right on this, or was Amari and Kellen Moore right? Who was right? Should we have kept him for 3 more years, knowing that he was a true number one, and he was only averaging 20 million when we watching these other receivers out here get 27, 28, 30 million dollars? We already had our guy locked into a contract. So, and if you don't admit it, then I'm gonna just have to be honest and say you sucking up to front office. And I don't do that. I tell the truth because I want to win. And sometimes you got to look back at decisions and say, did we get it right? And if the Jones get it right, I also say when they got it right. If they get it right, I say, hey, they went against the crowd and they was right. Give them credit. I do that as well. But so far, it's looking like they are very much on letting Amari go. Because guess what? If James Washington went down and Amari was on his team, none of us would care. None of us. Oh, that new receiver went down named James Washington. So? That's exactly what we would have said. So? We got Amari. We got CeeDee Lamb. We got this new guy named Tolbert. Who cares? That's exactly what we would have said.
Finish him.
All right. So real quick, yeah, I don't got the call lines open yet, Dar said he trying to call. Yeah, when I open up the call lines, I'll let you know. Yeah. You said, I'm saying the same thing you saying, and I'm willing to put some money on it. He said in 4 games, Coop will have the same foot injury. What? Man, Cooper only missed about 4 games ever in his whole career. So now you wishing death on the dude and you wishing injuries on him. I'm gonna move on from that, big dog. It's all good. We just disagree. It's cool. All right. So let me go back real quick, and I'm gonna open up the phone lines real quick. And I already did that. I'll open up it again. Let me open up these phone lines. We'll talk a little bit about. Then I'm gonna finish on some of the more videos that I had. Some good stuff. Ooh, I got some good stuff right here. Oh man, so we got the call lines open. So Derek, now you can call on in. I got the phone lines open. Here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports.
OG,
what's up? I see my boy West Coast. Is this my boy?
Nah, this Lamar, bro.
No, I just saw my boy West Coast in the building. I'll call you West.
Oh.
But go ahead, Lamar. I'm gonna call you West when I get off with Lamar. What's up?
What's going on, OG?
Oh man, I'm chilling on
Man,
it.
Look, man. Let me just vent for a minute, man, if you don't mind, bro.
Go for it.
First off, bro, don't be bringing up Amari Cooper and his pay and all that when we all know, if you watch Boss Cowboy Sports long enough, you know that Kellen Moore and the Joneses underutilized him so to make it seem like his money wasn't worth it.
Right.
With all the transitions, hold on, let me calm down. I'm talking too fast. With everything that that last little comment had me heated. Just like I saw you, I was like, nah, let me call in and handle this for Boss.
Yeah.
the thing about it is, with all the new receiver money right now, Amari Cooper ain't even in top 10 no more, is he?
No.
He ain't even in the top 10 in the highest paid receiver no more.
No.
But yet, you sit up, some fans sit up here and say that he's not worth the money because of the targets and everything else that he got. But everybody knows that that's Kellen Moore. We're going to aggressively take what the defense gives us. Well,
Right.
that's letting you know that, hey, we want Schultz to beat us instead of Amari Cooper.
That's exactly what it was.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said with the super chat earlier, you know, it makes Amari Cooper feel real worse. I'm with you 100%. This is straight karma. This is 100% karma.
It
Because
like
there was no reason for that man to, okay, we understand about the C-19. Everybody got their own feelings and everything about that. But at the end of the day, that man was on the field to help you win.
Right.
Bottom line. The only games he missed was because of COVID.
Right.
That was it. You know,
Right.
in 4 years, what was he, missed 4 games in 4 years? So he missed 1 game a year, and you want to talk about availability and accountability and all this other bull crap? Well, what we can go down the list of people that's been injured. You know what I mean? And who not playing and stuff and everything. But you know, it's just weird to me. Like, look, Amari Cooper did his thing for us. He gone to the Browns now. He gonna kill it with Watson when Watson come back. Whatever. Let that shit go. But it's still it's hard when you sit up here and bring up bull crap that ain't got nothing to do with the situation at hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, on top of now that we talk about, let me get that out the way. Now that we talk about that, okay, with all the receivers that's out there, aren't there a lot of them injury prone?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we gonna go off of what Jerry and Steven talking about with the best ability is availability, do we really think that they gonna bring somebody in when most of them that's out there are still injured?
He was just talking, but if it get bad enough, they will. Mm-hmm.
I think if it get bad, you're right. If it get bad enough, they will. But at the same time, how many of those receivers gonna be ready for day 1, day 2? You know what I mean? You be ready to go. Like, you know, Odell's still out there, ain't he? But he got hurt in the Super Bowl, so he ain't gonna be ready till damn near next year, January sometime. Will Fuller, he injury prone every year. Deshaun Jackson, you know, he gonna get you about 2 or 3 games and burnt toast on somebody, and then he gonna be injured again. So who is out there that we can really look at and really say that, you know, I know you were saying T.Y. Hilton a while ago, but, you know, he's still in his prime, but he's on the downcline of his prime. Ain't that kind of where he at right now?
Man, too many facts, big dog.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to make it make sense. Look, bro, I've been watching Boss Cowboys sports for so long, man. I just got to make it make sense. You know what I mean? We got to use everything we got, and we got to do it how Scrooge gonna do it, boss.
Yeah, I agree. I can't fight you on that, big dog.
If we not looking at it how Scrooge gonna look at it, then it ain't gonna make sense to us. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, this is how I am. I'm like B Bird and Coach Maul. I would love to bring somebody in there that's a veteran that can help us out or whatever, but I'm more along the lines of let them beat out the youngsters. If the youngsters step up and do it, because like you said, I saw your Dennis Houston video, and it was very appealing to me that, you know, you did the Dennis Houston film and then turned around and he one of the main ones they talking about right behind TJ Vasher.
Yeah, he got reps,
you know what I'm saying?
Ones today. He got reps with the ones.
Right. And see, and that's what I sent the comment. I was like, you know, let's go ahead and do all the film first. That way we can reflect on all of it when we call it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, no big deal. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. Bring in somebody that's going to help them grow. Like, you know, bring in Cole back. Cole might can, you know, show Freifogel something. You know what I mean? Or something like that that may help him take his game to the next level. Or, you know, until he can get up to that level, Cole can just fit right in. Or, you know, I don't want to stop the growth of the youngsters, but I do want the iron sharpens iron. Like, I don't want them to come in and just be like, oh, you a vet, you the number 3 receiver. Like, no, make them beat the youngsters we got. I mean, you know, that's just how I feel about it.
I feel the same way. I feel the exact same way. Yeah, but it should be obvious with that Amari Cooper situation. It should be real obvious that we dropped the ball. Every time a receiver get a new contract, and then we turn around and say he was worth too much money. Now it's okay. This is the best way I can say it. At first, it looked like Jerry was taking his time on putting Jimmy in the Ring of Honor. But now that Jimmy has made the Hall of Fame, it's obvious that you petty.
Yep.
And what does that have to do with Amari? It sounded good at first when you were saying he was worth too much money, but now when you look around, it's the same thing. We seeing that you petty over a damn vaccination. That's what it is. You mad because the man didn't want to take a vaccine, which is his right, his prerogative. The league said that they didn't have to. But you wanted him to. You wanted to control him. And he was like, man, listen, I don't trust that. I don't know the long-term side effects. I know this gonna piss you off, but hey, I ain't taking it. Oh, I'm gonna show you who's boss. Yeah, and it got Jerry in his feelings, and it's obvious because money at this point is not the excuse. When every other receiver that's not as good as Amari, even number two's getting more right now than Amari.
Boss,
see, hold on real quick.
Just to go with your point.
Just real quick. My boy say.
Go ahead.
My boy say. He say, watch TJ Vasher steal the show. All right, listen. I hope you really not putting TJ Vasher on the level of Amari Cooper. I hope that's not happening right now. Just being honest.
Is that the same dude that made the other comment?
Yeah, I'm hoping, and I'm not trying to beat you up, big dog, but is that going on right now? Are we hearing about TJ Vasher literally in the same conversation as Amari? I just want to make sure I'm hearing you right. I don't want to assume you saying that, but from you talking about watch TJ Vasher steal the show, and okay, he said nowhere close to him. I was just making sure, big dog. I want to make sure. Okay, we good. So he wasn't comparing them. All right, go ahead though.
Okay. Okay, all right. I was just making sure because I was about to look. He was gonna have to call in. He's gonna have to call in a minute.
I was gonna. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this. But no, he wasn't talking.
What
about
I was
that.
saying, based off of your point and making Jerry look petty, how far down the line you want to go? I mean, wasn't we just hearing this with Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
But yet, it was the Ezekiel Elliott contract that screwed up everything, and it never was Dak. And to this day, Dak still ain't cost us $40 million 1 year yet. Oh no, it wasn't that one, boss. It must have been when you paid Jalen Smith before Dak, when Jalen Smith still had 2 years left on his rookie deal. It had to be something else. It couldn't have been that just showed how petty you are, that your quarterback was turning up the league, and yet you want to go pay a linebacker that you let go a year and a half later.
Fire. Yoga flame.
I mean, how far you want to go? Do we want to go with Lyle Collins? I mean, how far do we really want to go with this? Because like I said, but when you listen to Boss Cowboy Sports, you know all of this. You know all of this because Boss give it to you with the film, and he give it to you with the actual words from the people's mouth. Yep. Y'all gotta stop playing, man. Y'all gotta stop playing around like we don't know everything that's going on with the Cowboys when you listen to this channel.
Yoga fire.
That's just what it is.
Coach Marv call in, B Bird call in. You got the final word. Everybody that calls into this show give you straight facts 24/7. Don't come in here with no TJ Vasher is even remotely close to Amari Cooper or Amari Cooper was under targeted. Don't come in here with none of that bullshit.
No, he didn't. He actually didn't. He didn't say that.
Okay, I'm just. All right. I misheard you all ago. That was my. I apologize, whoever you are. I apologize. Yeah. But the thing about it is, man, like we trying to win 6.
That's all it is.
Like,
we trying to win 6.
We just trying to win 6. I don't care how you do it, but we got to win 6. And the thing about it is, we got to get it to the front office. The fans have got enough. We done had enough.
Yeah.
Stephen Jones can't lose his job. Jerry Jones can't lose his job. But some type of way, we got to figure out how to get them on the same page as us. We got to win 6 by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And with everything that's coming out, boss, it's just hard. Like, that's why I don't even call in that much, because I try to listen and I try to take your side, but every time it's come out, as soon as something positive come out, something negative from the Joneses come back and just tear the shit up.
That's kind of true, dog. That is
You know
kind
what
of
I'm saying?
true. It is. It's kind of true. Listen, bro. So I'm gonna be honest, bro.
No, I want you to be all the way honest.
You know I got you. Listen, I'm finna give you
I
this.
want you to be all the way. Let's keep it 100 real right now.
It's
the
finna
most
be
real you ever
100.
been. Let's give him a show for real.
I'm finna give you the button. Here we go. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
You better believe it.
All right, so listen. If I was Jimmy Johnson, I would publicly say I do not want to be in the Ring of Honor. I would publicly do it. Yeah, I will publicly do it. Because when he said last night, I got more important things to worry about than if Jimmy Johnson is sniffling or whatever the word he used. But he was basically making them sound like he was groveling to get into the Ring of Honor. See,
right.
Because this is the deal. And this is why I'm bringing this up. It's to your point that you said. It's like every time he talks or Steven talk, it's almost like it get worse. You know what I mean? It's like my day is going good. Then I see you go up and you slap Jimmy Johnson. You didn't have to say that, big dog.
No.
Like you didn't have, cause see, I said it like this. Real fans appreciate both of you, Jimmy and Jerry. But see what you doing like a petty baby mama or baby daddy, that's petty. You making us choose. That's what you doing. You making us choose Jimmy or you. That's what petty baby mamas do or baby daddies. That's who do that. You know what I'm saying? When you make the kids pick which parent to love. When you a mature parent, you literally sometimes got to act like you like the ex-wife or the ex-husband for the kid's sake. You don't talk about the dad or the mom to the kids. You put that in the public. I would have been like, if I'm and this is going back to your point, big dog. It's like every time they talk, it's like, damn, we was having a good time talking about football until I saw your interview talking about Jimmy Johnson. Until I saw your press conference. Until your press conference, like another example, like in the press conference. The first thing got your mouth.
I got to keep it real.
No, hold on real quick.
I got to keep it real.
Hold on real quick, Lamar.
Keep it real.
I got you. I'm going to let you
ahead.
do it. I'm going to let you do it. Just let me finish real quick, and I got you. I'm going to let you finish everything. But it's in the press conference. The first thing, dog, out of his mouth was petty. It was petty. It was about, this guy right here, talking about Mike McCarthy, I had options. I could have hired anybody. I'm like, God, can you just stop talking? Go ahead, Lamar.
Man, look. All right. We keeping it 100, right?
1,000.
We keeping it 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everybody that's tuned in to the Boss Cowboy Sports, we finna give y'all it 1,000.
All right.
Based off of what you just said about the whole Jimmy Johnson scenario, tells every Cowboy fan that Jerry Jones is not in this for us.
Right.
Because Jimmy Johnson is not the one talking about the Ring of Honor. The fans are the one talking about the Ring of Honor. So if you worried about Jimmy snifling or peddling or doing whatever to get in the Ring of Honor, that is exactly how you feel about us fans.
I gotta give you a flame for that. Come on.
Yoga fire.
Tell me I'm lying.
You not.
Tell me I'm lying and I apologize.
No.
Tell me I'm lying and I apologize.
Because it's the fans. It's the kids. I'm calling us the kids to to stay with the metaphor.
We the kids in the scenario.
We the kids.
We are definitely the kids in the scenario.
Yeah, we want to see mama get treated right. We want to see daddy.
Look,
we love both of you.
We love both of y'all, and if y'all can't make it work for us, fine. But at the end of the day, I need to know that both of y'all love me enough to give me a ring.
Yep.
That's all I need for both of y'all to love me enough that when I make the ultimate sacrifice and I make the ultimate goal, both of y'all come together and give me a ring.
Jimmy,
that is the bottom line. Because guess what? When y'all came together and did everything as mama and daddy, y'all gave us a ring. All we want to do is get another ring. That's it.
Right.
Y'all gave us 3. We just want 1.
and to be honest, I want Jimmy to be treated right, dog.
Well,
I do.
And this the
from
thing,
this
boss.
standpoint.
This the thing. If
from this standpoint.
This is the last one, and I'm gonna get out. This is the last one, and I'm gonna get out.
Okay.
If you treat Jimmy right, you change the culture and the narrative for everybody that done came after him and then coming in the future. That you was gonna treat them right, because guess what? This whole discussion we done talked about 2 people, and both of them been mistreated. That's Amari Cooper and that's Jimmy Johnson. I love you, OG. I'ma tune in, bro. I'll talk to you later, my guy.
Man, appreciate it, Lamar. That was a fantastic call, man. Somebody said write his number down. I did. It's 903. I ain't gonna get a rest, but I did. I wrote down Lamar's number. God dog it. Oh man, that was a good call. All right, check this though. But this is the thing. I do want, and I really do want, and I'm gonna call you right now, West Coast. Once I make this point, I want Jimmy treated right, man. Because I get it. I do understand. When you work close to people, sometimes there's fights. Me and my boy West Coast said this before we ever had any kind of fight. We ain't had no kind of fight in years. But before we had the fight, I said, dog, I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna put the camera close. I said, I'm just letting you know. Eventually, me and you go get into it, big dog. And at first he said it made him mad, but then he thought about it. He said, that was real. I said, I'm telling you now, before we get into it, I still rock with you, dog. I still love you. You know what I'm saying? And Wes, he came to me later. He was like, you know what? I tell all my real friends that now. Because when you working close to people and you and both of y'all alphas, eventually y'all go butt heads. It's just the nature of man. And I was trying to say, bro, let's be smart enough to not let one big fight make us not see the value in each other as friends. You know what I'm saying? And he got it. Now, some people don't get that. But that's how I see Jimmy and Jerry. They worked together. Yes, they had it out. Yes, it was likely bad. Yes, Jimmy even admitted that some of it was his fault. He admitted to that. But at the same time, now after he admitted to it, now it's you, Jerry, that's taking shots at him. You basically told the world that he groveling and he not. I've never heard him beg to be in your ring of honor, Jerry. I've never heard it. I think I should be in there. It's a whole lot of players that should be in there. Let's name a few. Roy Williams should be in there. Deion Sanders should have been there. The fact that he played both ways. Jimmy Johnson should have been in there. It's some of these people, I don't know what the hell you waiting on, to be honest. And Romo and Witten bet not get in before Deion and Williams and Roy Williams. Let me call my boy West Coast real quick. And then I'm going to get back to this film. Because I want to show y'all some stuff that came out at practice that just encouraged me. I'm calling you now, big dog. Hold on. Y'all be patient, man. This is live. Everything ain't perfect live. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Calling West Coast. This should be good because he coming out of training camp. I know he got a lot to say. What's up, big dog?
Hey, I got 19% on this phone.
The 997. I got you. I'm gonna call you right now.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me call him. Y'all give me 1 second. Call Wes. Now he coming out of training camp, and likely he got some. And I know Wes. See, Wes go lay it on us. He go lay it on us. Hold on real quick. This should be good. All right, here we go. Yeah, definitely building the plane while it's in the air. That's what we do.
Hello?
What's up, man? Can you turn me down in the back?
I'm going to take your phone. Hello?
Yeah.
All right, can you hear me? Everything's
You
clean
sound
and clear?
great. Super clean. Clear. Go ahead.
Hey, man, first off, before I say what's up with you guys, you already know what it is. Mr. Run the Damn Ball himself, West Coast Cowboy, how y'all doing? Hey, boss, I used to say this statement, and I'm going to start saying it, but you got to start saying it, too. I used to say, man, I don't believe I'm the smartest Cowboy fan in the world, but I know I got some of the smartest fans. And I'm going to tell you, that last dude that was on this phone, he a cold mother usser right there. That young man right there. I'm going to call him a young man because I heard youth in his voice, but he know what the hell he talking about.
Yeah, Lamar was going on, man.
He knew exactly what he was talking about. I liked that. I ain't even going to lie to you, boss.
Yeah. Yeah, Lamar went hard, man. Your time.
Yeah, Lamar did. Yes, absolutely he did. Now, let me slide these headphones in. Now, first off, I was at practice today.
Mm-hmm.
James Washington went down, but, I mean, this is not the first time he went down. This is the second time he's actually went down because the last time he went down was last week on day 2 when he went down grabbing his groin muscle. My opinion on James Washington and the wide receiver core doesn't change because of this situation. I still believe that the Cowboys still need they still need something else. But when I look at the whole gravity of the team, the wide receiver position is still not the most important position to me. Mm-hmm. The most important position to me right now that the Cowboys need, in my opinion, is a linebacker. You still need a linebacker. J-Ron Kearse is, in my opinion, way too much linebacker. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. He walked off the field today, and he was fine. I know there's reports out there that he walked off the field, and he did. He left on his own recognizance, and he was cool. But the thing about it is, man, he left the field after contact, man, and that was my biggest issue with J-Ron Kearse playing a whole bunch of linebacker this year, and not having the opportunity that Keanu Neal came to the Dallas Cowboys 2 months before training started, knowing that he was going to be a linebacker. So he came into camp looking like a linebacker. J-Ron Kearse very much still looks like a safety. So the same thing I was saying when I saw it out there the first time, I was like, in certain I can see it, but for the most part, man, that is not going to be something that is going to be conducive for the Dallas Cowboys. Because, I mean, if he's not able to handle that, I mean, I believe he can handle that contact, but I don't think his body's built for that for 17 games. I don't believe that. So I still believe that the Dallas Cowboys' biggest need on defense is still a linebacker. I was talking to Brian Brodus. I always ask Brian Brodus this one question every single year I see him. I say, Brian Brodus, we're all in media. Tell me a position that you think that needs help that nobody is talking about. And before I could even get it out of his mouth, because he already knew the question, he said guard. He said guard. He said guard. He said they got to do something about it. And he said, and I'm not talking about one, I'm talking about both of them.
Ooh.
So, I mean, yes. And I'm going to be honest with you, man, like, I would say this. Either the Dallas Cowboys defensive line is about to be godly, or the offensive line has taken back. And I would assume the latter, all the changes. And I'm going to tell you, the pressure is up the middle, man.
Hold on.
The pressure is up the middle.
He said that today. Was it today he said that?
He said, Brian Brodus.
When did he say it?
Brian Brodus said that. Brian Brodus said that at my last practice that I went to.
Okay, so one with the pads on. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, today, like that, you know, I was really hoping today to see, like, some stalemates and things like that, man. But the Dallas Cowboys defense, they just look really good, man. Anthony Brown had another interception. He had another one. If I had to say who's ruling camp right now, I would probably say defensively, it'd probably be everybody's gonna say Micah Parsons because he just like, you know. But the amount of times that the amount of times that Anthony Brown is getting his hands on the ball is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? If it's not like he had a bat down today and he took the ball again.
West Coast, hold on.
So I mean,
West
go
Coast,
ahead, sir.
Hold on real quick. I got a clean house. Say, bro, you can lead the channel, big dog. You say Cowboys YouTubers won't tell the truth like Lamar. So you didn't listen to Lamar. Lamar was saying that the reason why he telling the truth is because he listened to Boss Cowboy Sports. Bro, you're not going to come on my channel and take shots, big dog. Leave. Nah, you ain't going to come on my channel. Hey, admins, boot him. We don't need nobody like that. You listen, start your channel, big dog. You ain't gonna just come in here shooting slugs like that, big dog. Because we work too hard to try to win on this channel. If you envious, just say you envious, big dog, but you ain't gonna just come in here shooting slugs at me and my boy West Coast and everybody else that put in this work. Lamar say he went hard like that because he listened to this channel, big dog. So dip out. And matter of fact, I don't want to see this dude no more. Admins, can y'all please delete this dude off my channel? I don't want to see M Breezy no more. But go ahead, Wes.
Yeah, man. And you know, that was you know, as far as, you know, those injuries that a lot of people are speaking on, kind of spiking on, just to kind of switch subjects just for a small.
Yeah.
Talking about Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. Man, I think that just in general, the Dallas Cowboys the Dallas Cowboys are about media control. You know what I'm saying? And being a social media marketer more than being a Dallas Cowboy blogger, I understand that when you're a blogger, there are some things that can help hurt your brand. Like if, you know, I put up a video of me doing something stupid, that could diminish my brand as a blogger. But when you're a social media marketer, your job is to just get eyeballs. You don't care if it's negative or positive. You know, on the back end, you'll translate that into whatever you need it to be. So I think I think we as a fan base need to always remember that whether it's negative or positive, Jerry Jones doesn't really care. He's going to use that to the nation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and, you know, that's part of the reason why the Dallas Cowboys is the most valued franchise, because a lot of these other franchises, you know, I'm not saying they haven't really figured that out, but, I mean, there are some NFL teams that don't even have, like, you know how we have a .com where, you know, you guys choose to listen to Boston, you guys choose to listen to West Coast Cowboy, you guys choose to listen to these other bloggers. There are some teams, like the Bears. I don't think the Bears have too much content because I damn sure don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like Jerry Jones, at the end of the day, you know, right now until football starts, until he can actually sell tickets, and not tickets, but actually sell entertainment on TV, he can sell whatever across his screen, man.
Oh,
and that's just Jerry Jones, man.
Yeah,
whether it be negative or whether it be positive, I think their social media is, you know, Jerry Jones said it when he first bought the team. He said he doesn't care if you say that if it's negative about the team, he doesn't care if it's positive. You do what? As long as you spell Dallas Cowboys correct.
Yeah. That's what it is, bro. That's Measure Kool-Aid all day. Hey, did you see anything out there, man? What else you see out there at training camp? Because now we get to talk to you and you can aid us with your eyes. What else did you see that the average person didn't see coming through Twitter?
The Texas Tech kicker is no good, man.
Yeah.
He's no good. He was 4 for 8 the last time I seen him. He was 0 for 2 today. This is the thing about kickers, man. You know, kickers really only have one job in the whole entire league. They're the only team, they're the only player at practice that's off by themselves, doing their own thing, working out. And, you know, they had moments today, which is pretty dope, where it'll be in the middle of practice, and then all you'll hear is dun, 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 and then you'll hear Mike McCarthy's voice come on, and it'll be like, this is a Dallas Cowboy mojo moment. And then everybody watches what they're doing, whatever drill they're doing, and then they run to they run to the B field. And then while they're running, they're telling them the situational. Like, so today, the situation, it was the third and four, and they were down by 2, and they had no timeouts. Obviously, you're trying to get in position to make a field goal. So they had one timeout. I apologize. They had one timeout. So both times they chose to run. Both first team and second team, they chose to run the ball first to get in position to get a closer kick, which they did. Both running backs did a good job of doing it. The Texas, the first team, number 1, the kicker comes out there, shanked it to the left, gave him another opportunity and another mojo missed it again. The other guy, the other Liram, he made kicks. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, man. My opinion on kicker is I hope that it never comes down kicker, because if it does, and I'm not very confident in either one of these guys, to be honest with you, because both of these guys are both trying to win a job, and I think the Cowboys probably should have went with just a veteran kicker. Like, they should have just went and got a veteran kicker. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the Cowboys, where like last year you had situations like the Chiefs game where you could only score field goals. You know what I'm saying? Or the Oakland Raiders game. We have some significant, or think about this. The Los Angeles game. Praise God, we won that game. But if you were in that game, that kick kind of went to the left a little bit. Then God Himself blew it, like He literally blew it, and it went in. But the Chargers game was literally a godly blow away from us, losing that game. You know what I'm saying? So kicking a kicker for the Dallas Cowboys, or at least for Kellen, is pretty important, man. It's pretty important. So it's like, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed to see, like, if I was to go to practice tomorrow, and I am going to practice tomorrow, I'm going to be disappointed for them to continue to give this guy opportunities. Freaking kicker, bro. Like, you can't find another Dak walking around, but you can find a kicker somewhere, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. And I think that's where I think we like to credit the Cowboys team building, but I think you need to really, like, look at the like, if you can't get the kicker position right, man, like, come on, man.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, West Coast.
Go ahead.
What did Kyle Forbat do to Jerry and Steven? Like, did he? You
want me to tell you what I know, or what I?
Oh Lord, give us the sauce, big dog.
Well, I mean, from the players that were on the team that I spoke about, Kyle Forbat, he was one of the kids that did fairly well for the Cowboys for like 6 games, and they brought him back. From what the conversation that I had from a couple of players is that, honestly, that they didn't like interaction with the players. Like, they didn't. He was just, I don't want to say he was too swaggy, but they just didn't like interaction in the locker room. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Whether he was just too close, or he was,
Hold on,
and I heard that from several players, and that can be as want it to sound, but I heard that from one guy and I heard it from another guy. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, hold on real quick.
Like my boy told me, he said when Kai Favre got on the plane, a kicker with a $60,000 PR bag, we knew he was different. We were like, we knew this dude was different.
Oh,
you know what I'm
Lord.
saying?
Oh, hold on real quick. Let me take this real quick. This came from Landlord from Alabama. What's up, big dog? I watch your content, man. I appreciate you, man. Super chat. He say, first time super chatting, but bro, protect your platform. I'm new, so it is so. I respect the grind. Hold on, we see what you said, bro. Hold on real quick. He say, protect my platform. I'm gonna see what Landlord talking about. He say, it's blood, sweat, and tears. Oh yeah, exactly. So. Landlord basically saying, bro, don't let nobody come in here and sully what we do. Absolutely, Landlord. Like, and
hey, boss,
that's what
I've been on that, man. I think I was probably the inventor of that. You know what I'm saying? I think
with that slapping these
creators that block people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there's a, when you're, and it's not, I think I got a bad reputation on that. You know what I'm saying? And I apologize to the nation if I offended anybody, but because that was never my intention. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to think, man, like, if you go, something happens to your family member, say your family member gets shot, you're all hysterical, you take him to the doctor, you know what I'm saying? The doctor's trying to explain to you what's happening. He's calm. Why? Because he's an expert and he deals with this. Even though this is the worst day of your life, this is just a Tuesday to him. You know what I'm saying? Allow him to let this be a Tuesday and let him help you. And guess what? Sometimes just at hospital, you got to forcefully remove people out of ERs and put their ass in the lobby. Why? Because they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what Cowboy fans got to understand, man. And that's what I love about you, Boss Cowboys. Like, you got to appreciate these people who are literally using their own dime to go out here and provide you guys content so that you guys can have a blue or a red pill to choose from. Because I'm going to be honest with you, before independent content creators, man, you had to take what the Cowboys gave you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep it real. That's the real reason why some of you guys feel the way about T.O. That's the real reason why some of you guys feel the way about Tony Romo. It's because there was no Boss Cowboy then. There was no West Coast Cowboy then to come out and be like, no, that's not what's really happening.
And see, another thing too is we know we take chances as independents. Man, I've been rocking with West Coast for 3-4 years. And we'd have said some stuff that we know that we could never work for the Cowboys because we just tell the truth. That's just what it is. And that's the benefit of us being independent. So when somebody come in here and be like, you guys are not telling the truth, Lamar just told the truth, it's like, bro, I know this your first time in here. I know it's your first time in here. And then, you know, and they just want to take shots. See, boys like that, they want to be us. That's why I told them, start your channel, big dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only reason you coming in
and
hating like
also,
that.
Boss, can I say something too? This is some advice that I got to give to all fans, because this was me. When I heard new information, you instantly come faced with a choice. Do you reject this information or do you accept this information? Right? We need to be, as Cowboy fans, when we hear new information, we need to be open to accept this information.
Right.
Wherever the source is coming from, because this is digital age. This is 2022. So it's like you should value the fact that you have options. And it's like some Cowboy fans want to limit themselves to their own Cowboys. And I'm going to be honest with you, man, you know, the Dallas Cowboys are always going to have an incentive to kind of push the narrative that whatever they want to push.
Right.
And that's
Facts.
just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
What it is. Hey, real
like, why aren't
quick.
they talking about Anthony Brown right now? I don't know.
Hey, real quick. I want to go back to this kicker, dog. What? I knew it was something, bro. I knew it because it made no logical sense not to bring back Kai. I was like, he was what, 90% with us or something like that? And it's like, you never bring back a kicker that was working?
Yeah, they didn't even bring it. And the cool thing about Kai is they didn't even bring him into training camp to, like, try to, like,
compete.
to, like, let him fight it out or duke it out or anything. They didn't even do that, man.
So,
go ahead.
See, and man, I used to always say this when I was co-hosting with West Coast. I used to always say, winning is not first in Dallas. It's not. The order it's important. I'm not insulting them by saying it's not important, but it's third on their list. First is being right and doing it their way. Second is money. Third is winning. Mm-hmm.
I think the Dallas Cowboys are like the modern day cake makers in today. Like back in the old days, Big Mama make a cake and it'll look like a regular cake, but oh my God, you'll bite into it and it'll taste like heaven. You know, now they got these cakes that literally look like a dang, you can make a cake look like anything now. You know? And then you bite into it and you're like, bro, this mug dried in a mug. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys are more about the presentation because I'm going to be honest with you, for the end, like that, I mean, your last supporter who said that, he was absolutely right. But I mean, at the same time, we are accepting a lot of this fluff that they're giving.
Ooh.
Like this chat,
fire.
Like, to these chat rooms, until my live stream has 2,000 Cowboy fans watching it, until your live stream got 2,000 lives, until Law got 2,000, 5,000 people watching all that at the same time, bro, we are still fighting against the tide. Because at the end of the day, fans want the Kool-Aid, man. They want the Kool-Aid. Because at the end of the day, let's be real. How do you stay a fan of a team for 20? We're at 27 years now that has shown you systematically that they don't win the ultimate goal. Why would a person continue to hitch their wagon to that horse? That's why I'm saying we are, and guess what? That's the definition of fanatics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we fanatics.
And hey, I did want to about Amari Cooper.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why why the Cleveland Browns are so smart. Why they're so smart? Because it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. He has a really good wide receiver to throw to for 6 games. So whoever the quarterback, he's in a better position than the last guy.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's what I tell Cowboys. Like, you should be making your team good for who? For whoever got to play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Cleveland Browns did. See, people think that they got Amari Cooper to help Watson. No, they got Amari Cooper to help anybody.
Oh, man, West
bro,
Coast.
If Cleveland Browns meet up right
hold on, bro. Hold on. I just hit the
We
wrong
need you to
button.
play quarterback, West Coast. Guess what, Boss Cowboy? I am in a better position with Amari Cooper than I am without him. And I'm going to get on that plane and, hey, I'm going to just throw every ball to Amari Cooper. What's the worst that can happen?
Man,
and guess what they also did? They also paid David Njoku. Bro, this was the moves that the Cleveland Browns did was to make sure that no matter what happened to Watson, they were still to be able to be productive. This is the thing that the Cleveland Browns now see. See, bro, when you sniff that smell of being 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 a winning team, bro, you don't want to go back to that, bruh.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick. And I've got no problem with this, big dog. I'm gonna just let West Coast get you for saying this. All right, I ain't got no problem with your opinion on this, but I'm gonna give you this comment, Wes, and you can say whatever you want to say with it. But this dude said, "Man, cut it. Cooper trash. Pull up the numbers."
I mean, pull up the numbers. Currently, now, pull up the numbers.
What we want to look at? We want to look at
this
career?
is the thing. This is the you got pull up. And this is the thing. Who are you comparing Amari Cooper to? Are you comparing Amari Cooper to the Dallas Cowboys wide receivers? Because where does he rank right now currently? Use his numbers from last year in his worst season as an NFL starter in a season where he also had COVID. Let's also remember Zeke fumbled the ball. He also fumbled the ball six times the same year he had COVID. I'm not saying that COVID makes you play bad, but I'm just saying who knows? We'll know in 25 years, I think. Let's just be real. James Washington just went down right now. Amari Cooper's on your team. Bro, you're not even talking about James Washington. James Washington's not even on this team if Amari Cooper's on this team. I want to know right now, does Amari Cooper, if as trash as Amari Cooper is right now, where does he rank on this team right now?
Hold on,
At the end of the day, listen to me. I don't care what Amari Cooper ranks in the NFL. You want to know why? Because I don't have Cooper Kupp. Like, if you're going to get the best, you might as well say, F it, go get the best. But I can't get him. So you really compare him off of what you have. See, that's the same mindset man who is never satisfied with the woman he got right now. You feel me? Like, you out here looking at all these women, and you got a great woman right in front of you that do everything that you need.
Hold on.
Now you're single, 40 years old, hot pocket, saving money, though.
Hey, wait.
Saving money, though.
Wait. Okay, let me tag in. I'm gonna tag in with you, Wes. I got the numbers now. I got the numbers, bro.
Where does Amari Cooper rank right now on this team?
Hold on,
because I don't care where he ranks in the NFL. Because he's only going to be taking balls from Dak if he's on this team.
All right, I'm tagging in. I'm tagging in. Bro, this dude said pull up the numbers like I wouldn't. Bro, like you dealing with me. I deal in facts, big dog. So in 2018, Cooper had 725 yards in 8 games. Okay? That was number 1 in the league. Him and Dak. That's a pace of 1,400 yards, and he had no offseason with Dak. 2019.
Hey, let me tell you a power stat. Let me tell you something that's even more powerful. Y'all want a receiver, right? Go look at all the receivers y'all looking at bringing in Dallas. Compare those stats to Amari Cooper. You know, think about this. Even with Amari's crappy year, he's still better than every free agent available right now, so we would still be in a better position right now. If Amari Cooper was a free agent right now, you guys would be saying sign Amari Cooper.
Oh, no doubt. Let me finish, though, Wes. Let me finish. So check this out. 2019, 1189, right? And he shared the ball with a lot of good people in that year because that's the year Cobb went off, Gallup went off, and he went off, and he still had close to 1,200. And then in 2020, he had 1,100 yards with mostly backups. And this dude saying pull the numbers like Amari numbers is trash. And even the 865, hold on real quick, Wes. I'm almost finished.
Go ahead.
Even the 865-yard year. That was a year he had the least amount of targets, and he still had the most touchdowns. So, like, man, listen, I mean, a lot of people, I don't know if Amari took your girl at the club. I don't know if you're a front office ass kisser. I don't know what's going on, but production was not the problem with Amari. Steven said himself that our system was the reason we didn't target him. It wasn't his skill set.
Facts. Because you can't. Because listen, would have said skill, you would have instantly brought in film. So this is what you got to do. Like, you're never going, even if you're never going to evidence, never going to bring up something that they can prove. Then,
Right.
like, you say, no,
Yeah.
it was
Well said.
But instantly, bruh, people would have been this down for there. And also, can't say skill, and CeeDee Lamb said that he earned from Cooper. That's what CeeDee Lamb said this year. While Amari Cooper was still on the team before he got traded.
Say it again because you broke up. You broke up. Say it again.
Huh?
You broke up. Say it again.
I said CeeDee Lamb said in an interview, sitting in a chair wearing a red, that he still felt like that stuff learned from Amari Cooper. So you can't tell his skill set not where he needed to be. You can bring that up when the guy who you're saying place him is saying he can still learn. Also, I'm gonna tell you, you also got the overall effects of Amari.
You breaking up real bad. You breaking up real bad. You breaking up real
Can you hear me,
bro? Nah.
Can you hear me back?
I hit you back.
Hold on, let me.
I hit you back, bro. All right. I'm gonna call him back, man. Y'all give me 1 second. We're gonna try to work this out. Cause he drives about 2 hours to get to training camp. So I just want to let y'all know that. This is the type of sacrifice that boys do for the nation. And I still got some film to show y'all. I'm calling him back. Boy said he quit several games. I'm finna do it with y'all, bruh. Go ahead.
How does that sound? It sound better?
You sound much better.
Okay. Also, I'm gonna tell you guys. I grew up in church, man. So I use a lot of analogies. So I apologize for that.
You fine.
You know what I'm saying? I'll try to cut it down to 2. I got 2 more.
Okay,
Well, I'm gonna save one for later though. But listen to me, man. I made a lot of money as a single man, but I made way more money as a married man. Why? Because there was just stuff that I didn't have to worry about, man. And when you come home, you just have that comfortness, right? Well, man, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Dak Prescott was never looked at as an MVP until who? Until 19 got onto this. Like, people don't understand how. I mean, I'm not trying to say that Dak made a Cooper better and Cooper made. I'm saying they both simultaneously helped each other.
Well
like
said.
Dak helped Cooper get paid, and Cooper helped Dak get paid. I'm going to be honest with you. The Dallas Cowboys don't give Cooper a contract if Dak Prescott's not here. You guys got to remember, they signed Cooper first.
Hey, hold on real quick. I got to give you a hand clap for that. Hold on. Please continue.
So I mean, for all you guys that saying that they don't have faith in the organization, like, they signed Zeke. The next person they gave a contract was who? Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then they made Dak wait a whole another year. So they actually had more faith in Amari Cooper being here than Dak did. They were almost okay. Think about this. They almost put Dak to chance, because there was a chance that the Cowboys could have lost him. You know what I'm saying? Had he would have not have taken that franchise. Remember, we franchise tagged him twice. And they didn't do that with Amari Cooper. They wanted Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, you know, you can't. Amari Cooper was a 100% emotional decision. It was emotional.
Yes,
it was emotional. It was 100% emotional, and the reason why you know it was emotional of what they took for him. Think about this: if you just calm down, relax, and trade Amari Cooper around the damn draft like everybody else, you get at least more than a 5th round pick for him.
Hold on, bro. I gotta give you another hand, big dog. Hold on.
But they weren't. They were in their feelings. They wanted him off the team now.
Hold on. I gotta give you a hand, bro.
And I'm going to tell you this, for anybody that doesn't believe that Jerry Jones is not an emotional person, go look at his first press conference. He cried twice. Yes. What are you talking about? So, yes, that is a man that is very emotional. A billionaire that's crying in front of a billionaire. And listen to me, I get it. His person passed, but guess what? He also cried last year.
He cried.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So you're not going to tell me that the same man who will get up here and will cry, and I praise God. I love it, a man showing emotion. Praise God, I love it. I love it. We need more men showing emotion. Not saying that we don't. But that lets me know that, hey, man, you're using them same emotional decisions. And guess what? The whole thing with Jimmy Johnson, Lamont, or the dude whoever said that, he was absolutely right.
Lamar. Because
Jimmy Johnson has too much pride to even say anything like that, to even be stirring up anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, he's a very prideful person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the fans are pushing it because the fans know it's right. And I'm going to tell you, I actually like that the fans are doing that because it actually shows that the fans are starting to use some type of integrity. When you say you're going to do something, bro, you should do it. But at the same time, we got to hold them to them same decisions when they make these bad decisions. Like, listen, how are you mad about Jimmy Johnson not getting into the Ring of Honor, but then you want to fix your mouth to get mad about them trading Amari Cooper for nothing? Like, come on, man. Well, and that's what I'm saying about Cowboy fans. We got to stop picking and choosing. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Period.
Hey, Wes,
and you can still be a Cowboy fan.
But Wes, that's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do. And I could definitely say that's what you do. You know what I mean? And that's why, honestly, I believe that a lot of people rock with us, me and you specifically, as well as others, is because they get that sense that we telling them the truth. Whether they agree or not, they at least know that we doing our best to get them the truth. And we want to hold our front office accountable to the things they say. Like you said, it's not enough to be mad at him making a promise of getting Jimmy in, but then don't say anything about the contradictions of the press conference, because it was straight contradictions. It was a super contradiction to say availability is why we got rid of these guys, but you signed Michael Gallup, who's not going to be available probably to the early November. So it's a straight contradiction, and then you get guys that and girls that come on our channels and be like, you guys are too negative. You guys are no. What we're doing is we're holding them accountable to what they say. If you say and you said that availability is everything, then it should have been a whole lot of people on the bubble. Sean Lee shouldn't have got all them contracts.
Kelvin Joseph should have been cut immediately.
Right. If that's what you're saying about availability, and so some fans really feel like, hold on real quick, because I know my boy got a revelation. I can tell when he got a revelation because he was ready to take off. Give me 1 second, Wes. Yeah, so this is the thing, because my boy's still talking. He don't know I turned him down, but this. Wes, I turned you down, bro, because I gotta finish my point. I forgot my point. Go ahead.
I said, man, to think that the Dallas Cowboys stood by Kelvin Joseph, what he went through that actually had to do with someone else's life, and wouldn't stand with Amari Cooper that only had to deal with his own life.
Well said.
Like, that's crazy. And then I'm gonna tell you the huge contradiction with Amari Cooper, which that just kind of frustrates me, is guess what? Jerry Jones was the first owner to get out there and kneel with his players. I was at the game in Arizona. They came out with the American flag. Jerry Jones standing right next to Keith Smith and Ezekiel Elliott. They took a kneel, and they kneeled the entire Star Spangled Banner. They kneeled, man.
They did before.
Jerry Jones. Yeah, before. Jerry Jones told his fans, we support your ability to choose. And then Amari Cooper can't choose to take a shot. What is that, bro?
Petty. Selfish. Hypocritical. That's what it is.
That's someone that's not even living by his own standard. I'm going to tell you this. If Jerry Jones didn't believe in the shot, he wouldn't have cared that Amari Cooper took the shot. But since it was something that he believed in from a personal standpoint, and guess what? And I know this is true because you got to remember, when he said availability, he just didn't say availability. He said how you arrived at that availability. Right. So what he basically saying is, yes, we got players on our team that are going to miss games, but I'm okay with the reason why they're missing games. Like, I'm okay with Michael Gallup missing games. I'm okay with that. Why? Because he's going to miss games because he got an injury. Amari Cooper's missing games because he chose not to get a shot. And think about this. I'm going to tell you how even more petty it is. bro, they don't even require you to have the shot anymore. He's petty about something in the past, and he allowed his past to affect a decision in the future. That is crazy, bro.
Hold on.
So you know,
hold on. See, you can't skip past points like that.
Bro, the COVID shot can't it doesn't affect us anyway, man.
Hold on.
But Kelvin
can you say that one more time,
bro? He can legitimately get
one
suspended.
more time? Can you say that one more time, bro?
I said Jerry Jones allows his past and past things that happen with past players to affect future decisions. Because yes, you were mad at Amari Cooper for what happened in 2021, but it has no effect on 2022.
That's the point. That's the point. They don't have to take the shot anymore. So what you said was, I'm gonna repeat it because it was epic. You are punishing him for something in the past that don't even affect you now, which is proof that it is petty.
It's proof that it was emotional. It's 100% emotional. Hell bars when a woman scorns. Hell, you mean? Listen to me. We can all think about that one person right now that hate. If you a male, it's probably your baby mama or your first, and she probably hates your guts. And guess what? She will burn that house down with you in it, and she'll be in that mug too, and she'll be in heaven talking about I got him,
bruh.
Like for real.
But
like for real, and that is literally how Jerry Jones is. And I think now at his old age, I feel like Jerry Jones would be more desperate to win Super Bowls, but I feel he's more desperate to have it done his way.
That's what he desperate for. That's what he desperate for, to have it his way. But Wes, I got to finish this film. I've been having them waiting on this a long time. But hey, bro.
Appreciate you, my brother.
You already know, man. We going to do this more and more where I'm going to call you and we'll just give the people on the channel, whoever listening, that sauce. Because I know whenever me and you get together, we bring it. So, man, let me get back to this film. But dog, we going to do this again. And if we can do it tonight, I'm cool to do it tonight when you get back. Just let me know. All right?
All right. Hey, can I let them know where to follow me at?
Of course.
All right, hey, man, on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, please go over to West Coast Cowboy, man. I'm at 3,000 followers, man, with Boss Cowboy's help, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was late. Boss been telling me to get on YouTube for 2 years, and I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on YouTube. I'm at 3,000, trying to get to 5, man. I appreciate the love and the help. If I offended you in any way in the past, I promise you I was only doing it because I wanted to win a Super Bowl so desperately. And sometimes that gets in my way, and I apologize. So if you on here watching and you like, I hate that dude, I'll let you know right now we good. And inbox me, and I promise you I'll unblock you. But I love all Cowboy fans, and I can't stand Eagle fans and their ugly-ass girlfriends. You already know what it is. Never look down because stars up. Peace.
Peace out. See, Wes different from me. I don't unblock people. I don't. See, Wes, he a little bit better than me. If I block you, you might as well be dead, bro. You might as well be. I don't do it. All right, so I want to show y'all this. I want to show y'all something that's obviously pretty much a lot of y'all have already seen this. This is courtesy Michael Gelkin. My boy say, accept your apology. West Coast probably pissed off some people that talking about, I accept your apology, Wes. But I want to show y'all this from Michael Gelkin. Look at Tyler Smith. Did y'all just see that? Look at him versus Tristan Hill. Put your eyes on the right side. Oh my God. See, this is the benefit of football pads right here. Look at this. Look at that right side. Look at that right side. This your rookie. Wow! Ooh! This is y'all rookie. This is our rookie. Look how strong. Somebody say, what is his channel? West Coast Cowboys. All right, hold on real quick. Hold on. And I agree with this. Before we get into more and more content, you right, Life. Life, appreciate you for keeping your eye on this. Life's crazy. He keep his eye on this, and I appreciate you, big dog. But I'm going to show this again, but he right. It's 205 people watching. It's only 130 likes. I did this today on my own show. Sadiqa asked me, she's so crazy. Sadiqa said, boss, did you hit that like? Guess what? I didn't. On my own video. So I know how it is. You get in here, West Coast and Boss, we going hard. You watching film. We showing you clips, we showing you tweets, and you will forget not to hit that like. Please stop, because that's how you grow West Coast. That's how you grow Boss Cowboy Sports. That's how you grow Law. That's how you grow Big Game James. If you don't have the money and you're not throwing in the cash and all that kind of stuff, you at least at minimum should hit that like, because that's actually why Boss Cowboy Sports is growing so fast. We go be at 4,000 subs likely in the next 2 days, and it's more so because of y'all and hitting that like and being diligent to do that. So before we go back to that film, I want to do the maintenance and the show maintenance and do that. And I promise you, I did it today. Sadiqa can tell you, true story. She hit me up. I was watching my own video that I put out today. True story, swear to God. Sadiqa said, "Boss, did you hit that like?" And I was like, I didn't hit the like on my own video. So let's catch up, everybody. Hit them likes. Let's get them up. I think we already did that by now. All right, let's go back to what I was showing y'all real quick, because I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see. Look at that violence. See, this, and so for everybody that says we waiting on the pass to come on, this is why. Because you see stuff that you don't see. Because let's be honest, defense was having a field day before them pads came on. Defense was just, they was looking amazing. And I knew it was going to happen. I knew once them pads came on, I knew for a fact that somebody was going to get dunked. Because it was too many days of defense running around them, getting highlights without no pads. I knew one of them big boys was going to slam them boys right on their head, and I knew it. My boy I Love Weed said, hit them likes. What the F? They ain't got them likes up yet? What? Oh man, yeah, you right. You got to get them likes up, bro. You really do. Y'all got to get them likes up. Yeah, them likes should be over at least 190 by now. So hold on, before I get going, give me 1 second, man. Y'all give me 1 second. I gotta look at something real quick. Let me go see what y'all doing to me real quick. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, y'all get them lights up. But here we go. So just look at that violence. Ooh, he tried to kill Tristan. And see, listen, let's just think about this from common sense. We all should be happy to see a rookie dunking a year 4 player. We should be happy to see that. Super happy. And that don't mean Tristan Hill is weak either. That don't mean Tristan Hill is weak. That likely just mean that we got us a dog. And this is what I said after watching that play and other plays. And I mean this too. Because I said, if people that watched us yesterday know I said this from the final word when I was on with Big Game James. I said one of my questions from pads is the strength of Tyler Smith as advertised. Box checked. Check the box. Check the box. Because we all been hearing, this Tyler Smith is strong. He stalemated Micah Parsons. Oh my God. Oh wow, he's so strong. But I was like, I want to see it for myself before I check that box. And sure enough, box checked. This is a rookie. So obviously, we started the show and we was talking about, and rightfully so, some of the bad news. But is the bad news really all that bad, right? Let's just keep it real. Is it really all that bad, right? Because most of us wasn't too impressed with James Washington anyway. So yeah, we hated for him. We never want to see a guy that's going after his dreams, and playing for a team that he wanted to play for. Yeah, my boy C. What my boy C say? Exactly. I agree, C. Exactly what C said. Cowboy fans, this is what we wanted to see. Appreciate the 5 bones, my brother. But yeah, this is exactly what we want to see. And so even though we started with the negative, with the James Washington, we talked about Matt with the swing tackle and all that kind of stuff, I still feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because even things like this could be a blessing, because now we all been saying, yeah, wide receiver is a injury away from potential crisis. Now you likely get something that could be that crisis, right? Which makes you now have to answer it before the season even start. And if you go bring in somebody, bring them in now. Don't do it like you did with Amari Cooper, where you bring them in mid-season and now you saying, Dak, you got to cram a whole offseason of chemistry into a week. Think about that. That's what happened with Amari. When Amari came on our team, Amari and Dak had to cram literally a offseason worth of timing into 1 week. But they did it. But I don't want my quarterback always having to do that because of the mistakes of front office. So I'm going to take another call real quick. Let's take a call. Because this is freestyle, and we just freestyling on the first day of practice. So we got the phone lines open. Y'all call on in. I know me and Wes went long, me and Coach went long, me and Lamar went long, but let's go. Let's get it. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Big homie, what's good, man?
What's up, man?
Oh, my God.
Amp!
Bro, when we talked yesterday, I don't know if you remember me saying it. I even think I put it in the chat last night.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe that I get, I said, this season feels like a house of cards.
Oh,
you remember
yeah.
me saying that?
Yes, talk. Listen.
Okay.
Take your time too. Don't even feel like I'm rushing you. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna let you explain it. Go ahead.
Okay. So do you remember a couple of weeks back, I was talking about the lack of proactiveness as far as it comes to personnel, right?
Yep, I remember that conversation.
And I've been saying, like you've been saying, I'm scared because the two biggest needs, wide receiver and linebacker, are paper thin. And I said, my biggest fear is one of them guys get hurt, it's going to be a problem. As a matter of fact, I just told that to you yesterday again.
Yeah.
Right? We on the same page with that. You know, I had my interview situation today, so my boy T called me. He was like, bruh, this don't make no sense. And I'm like, what? What was going on? You know, I had my head under a rock. James Washington. I said,
yeah.
Wow. Like, it really happened.
Yeah.
But it ain't wow, like, I can't believe it happened. But it's like, dang, so early. But after what you just said, you know, because I was thinking like, oh, man, it's going to be horrible. I'm wondering, do I need to go ahead and sell my plane ticket and not come to Dallas week 2 because I don't want to get embarrassed. But the great part about it, like you said, because you always try to flip it to the optimistic side.
Yeah.
Now that makes them have to address it early.
Right. Facts.
So everybody gets picked over before we lose this crucial time. You got somebody who can come in now. They can get acclimated. They can learn the playbook, and you can see what you got instead
Facts.
of, you know, just throwing them into the fire, you know, on moment's notice. So it like you said, it might end up being a blessing in disguise, but I just was like, man, this can't be life. Like, it's at the point now where people like yourself and people like myself and people who follow Boss Cowboy Sports, people who follow Law, people who follow Big, people who follow West Coast, we writing the script without even seeing the movie. We writing the script without seeing the movie, man, and it just, you know, it's like, what is it going to take for these dudes to get it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is it going to, like, how much struggle do we have to go through? And a lot of the struggles, I feel like, is self-inflicted, man.
It is.
Like it's one thing. Like Dak going down, you can't plan for that. I mean,
No.
you hope he stay upright, but that was just, I don't put that on management. That was just a freak accident. It happened. But most of this stuff, man, we do it to ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the part that's killing me, because I'm like, we ain't got it right yet. And we done seen it enough, fans, yourself, we've seen it enough to know kind of how this story might end. But, we keep going into each year thinking, okay, maybe this going to be the year that they put it all together. They're going to get it right. And I can't definitively say that, unfortunately. I am glad to see, bro, when you showed that clip of doggone Tyler Smith, no lie.
Yeah.
I hollered, bro.
Yeah.
In real time, I hollered.
You hollered,
because
big
when
dog.
I saw him smack him, bro, that was a grown man smack, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, go ahead and hit your button. Finish him. That's what he did.
Man, he sure did.
Finish him.
Oh, my God. That's the stuff that I get excited about.
Me too,
And
dog.
you know what? What you've been saying and what I've been hearing is exactly it's exactly what the vibe used to be when I played ball.
Finish
You in
him.
shorts and helmets, everybody, they crunk, they turned up. They're a little extra giddy. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, when them pads come on, practice be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got all that celebration, all that jubilee, if you will. Nah, the only jubilee and noise you hear is the smacking of the pad. And honestly, that's what separates the men from the boys. So I was a little disappointed when you were talking about the LVs ain't really getting no work, because, that's, I'm ready to sink my teeth into them. But do you feel currently, so we know we need another wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel right now we can make it through this season legitimately with the linebacker core that we have?
No. And I'm gonna be honest. And I said this yesterday. I'm glad you brought this up. The whole linebacker room is gonna be tested, not just LVE. The whole room. Because when you look at our running opponents, we went against last year at the most 4, right? Minnesota,
You're right.
New England, and then Washington, and then maybe 5 if you count Philly at the end, but you can't count them because they didn't play Sanders.
So they had them checked out, right?
Yeah, they checked out. So 4. This year we go play 7.
Yep.
And it's gonna likely even get up to 11. And this is why I say that.
Jesus.
Now listen to me, y'all. Listen to me, because we gotta put this together like algebra. With as good as our pass rush is, what is the only way to neutralize a crazy pass rush? And
Man, there's some hats floating out around. Somebody on the West Coast said we need to run the damn ball.
right, but say it more in case people understand. You say it more clear. What is the only way these teams go try to stop our pass rush? They go run the ball.
We got to run.
They go have to run the ball because they go
We got
think
to
the
run.
best way for us to
would
protect
behoove
our
us to run.
quarterback is to run the ball. So even though on paper we know we going against Taylor, we know we going against what's my boy from the Titans? Henry.
Oh yeah, Derrick Henry.
Gibson, right? Twice. Sanders
Yep.
twice, right?
Yep.
We going against old boy from the Bengals, Mixon, right? We going against these other teams gonna be like.
And honestly, if Fat Boy down there in Tampa Bay get in shape, we might be in trouble week 1.
Right. So what is it saying? All these teams go test that running game on us, big dog.
They will.
All these teams go run on us, and it's gonna be for their own survival.
Yep.
So
honestly, if Tampa Bay had kept running it last year, it might not have been as close as it was.
Right. Yeah, Aaron Jones. Yeah, good one, Wavy. somebody named Wavy Tave, AJ, right, bro.
Oh yeah, that dude. Damn, man, I'm still hurt when he shot the deuces at us a couple of years ago.
So we getting ready to go against a bunch of running opponents, and that's why that whole linebacker room is gonna get tested. And that's why I'm not wishing injury on LVE. I'm not. I just don't honestly see how he holds up with being injury prone, and you getting ready to go against all these running backs and these teams that's committed to the run.
This year.
So to me, I mean, we've been saying on this channel, linebacker being the top need, and to invest in it heavily, because right now we got the right traits, but it's no real leadership in there. It's no real right. Is LVE your leader?
Guess what? If I had to point out one flaw of Dan Quinn, it would be his conversion of the big nickel.
Right.
And the reason I say that is because, yes, it helps you in a pass-happy, pass-friendly league, right? But what people don't realize is the league is constantly moving on an axis, and it bounces from one extreme to the other, but gradually.
Facts.
So back in the day, things used to be heavy run.
Right. Facts.
You didn't have too many teams that were doing passing. Your quarterback could have had a noodle arm, and you still may have made the playoffs if you had a killer running back and a solid O-line. But then somewhere along the way, it changed and progressed, and then you got the pass-happy league, and then, you know, now that they want to see more points, you know, the penalties favor the offense. So guys have gotten crafty in their passing. And it's pass heavy, and eventually D coordinators are going to start to catch up despite having the disadvantage of the rules. But I read an article, I forgot where it was, a couple months ago that said that, watch, slowly you're going to see teams start to migrate back to being run-first teams.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have D coordinators that have not only implemented strategies, but the player type also fits those strategies. So whereas you got your big nickel, you've got your extra safety coming down to help out in coverage. Well, when you're running heavy, let's just be honest, he ain't got enough beef to hold up in the run game.
Right.
And the safeties we got that are coming down, I mean, they do the best that they can, but it's not sufficient. So ultimately, yeah, we got away with it last year, despite the injuries, but we're going to be tested, like you said. And something that dropped on me, too, that I want to go with, right? So we know that they took away targets from Cooper last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen them do that with players across the board over the last couple of years. So CD is due for a contract, right? Zeke is approaching the second half of his. Pollard is due for a contract. You can only hide the ball from so many players, right? Somebody got to eat. Somebody gonna get the touches, right? With that being said, who do you think is the odd man out as far as guys who have been criticized or are looking to improve next year? Who do you think is the odd man out as far as touches and production?
CeeDee Lamb.
Wow. Not the 88, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So they crowned him 88 only to take away his touches?
Mm-mm.
Ooh,
they
Lord.
crowned him 88 to get rid of Amari.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. That hurt.
Yeah.
I feared that, but
and I'm going to tell you why.
Actually say it.
Because Bobby Belt, we played this on the final word. They already kind of setting the foundation of saying we didn't think he said unanimously that they feel like he's not the guy that they thought he was going to be when they drafted him. And they felt like he has like beta energy. So that was the first groundwork that they laid speaking negative about Lamb. So likely as they put all these targets on Schultz because of the system philosophy, because the system is actually good for intermediate routes and tight ends. It works well down there. It's not a good system when it goes to the perimeter, right? And that's a whole, I'm gonna have to show that on the film one day, right?
Okay.
But this is the deal. I think they already laid the groundwork, and I'm gonna tell you the only reason why it wouldn't be Lamb is because it would be ego again, to where, as somebody said, my boy Chris Davis say it's a passing lead, and I feel you on that. But the Dallas Cowboys do not use their primary weapons like other teams. Just what it is.
At all.
They don't.
Yep.
Like, I was doing a show at West Coast, and Henny said one of the most amazing things.
Oh, he did. He did. I know exactly what point you're talking about.
For the last 4 years, we've been top 10 easily in passing attempts,
And
but we've never had one main target that was top 10 in targets.
Yep. Nope. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So
you throwing the ball, but you not throwing the ball to your best players.
Dysfunctional system all in one, bro.
That just narrowed it down. Dysfunctional system. So yeah, that's why I think CeeDee Lamb, and then look how quiet they are when it come down to all the people that's been speaking out against Kellen Moore. It's church mouse quiet, right?
Yeah, remember I told you, yeah.
It's church mouse quiet. Now you telling me
said, man,
Jerry Jones didn't hear Aikman, Emmett,
yep,
the playmaker, Kurt Warner, Romo, now
yep,
Amari, Gallup.
yep,
Did I say Romo?
yep.
So you
All
telling
these
me
other people can see it.
all
and
these
we just
people
choose to ignore it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just being honest, man. Somebody say, boss, make me a mod. I got you. Hold on. Yeah. My boy say, make me a mod. I'll knock these bots out, bro. I got you. I got you. Let me make you a mod right now, big dog. But go ahead real quick while I make him a mod. That's Lord King. Let me get Lord King in here as a mod. You see, I'll knock these bots out. But go ahead, though, man. Stall for me real quick while I make him a mod.
Yeah. It just, every time we want to have optimism and we choose optimism, they hit us with another counterpunch, man.
Yeah.
They hit us with another counterpunch, and it just, like like Big say, you don't want to drink the Kool-Aid, man, because it's tainted.
Right.
They done spiked it. And they spiked it real good because you can't taste it in most instances. But, only thing that we can hope is that, I forgot. Oh, you said it. You said, I think, in your championship game in high school, you had this stud on the other side of the ball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Coach said not to kick it deep, to kick it deep.
Yeah.
And he had ran back a couple on y'all, and y'all just took it upon yourselves and said, you know what? We going to onside it. And I think if I remember correctly, you said y'all got 3 in a row, right?
We got 4 onside kicks.
You got 4 in a row. Okay, I stand corrected. I said all that to say, y'all just made up in your mind that despite what the hell coach is talking about, whatever, management, all that other distraction, and yes, even sometimes coaches and management can be distractions, y'all said, you know what? We're going to put this on our backs. I think that's the only way we're successful, is if our players just say, you know what? In spite of this dumbass system, we just going to ball.
Hold on real quick. I got to address something real quick. My boy Chris Davis said Kool-Aid over on Law's channel and his chat. You want Kool-Aid? Go there. I don't know what you mean by that, big dog. But my boy Law tries to be objective, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want somebody in his chat throwing me under the bus. I ain't gonna let people throw Law under the bus. Y'all know I rock with Law. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be respectful of the people I rock with. All right, that's all I'm saying. Let's just be respectful. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because all of us got different styles too, right? But I always want to be respectful of the people I rock with. These are guys that have become my friends at this point. And so I just want to, let's just keep it respectful. And I'm not calling you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, let's not say that it's Kool-Aid on his channel like he just kind of saying anything. Law put in a lot of work, just like me, even when we disagree. You know what I'm saying? But at least I know my boy works. So I just want us to stay respectful of these other brothers that's putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I don't know nobody that works harder than Law, to be honest. Law is the hardest working dude in this game. Straight up. Like, Law go put out about 7-8 videos a day. I know the sacrifice to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, just that's all I'm saying. Cool. All right.
Bro, real quick, to your point, the beautiful part about the way Law's channel is set up, just like yours, if you disagree with a point, there's always an open call line for you to dispute that out on the air as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not calling nobody out. I'm not calling you out, Chris. I'm just saying it could have came across bad. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because when you type it, it's like a text. It's hard to get the full context of a text sometimes. You see what I'm saying? So when you write stuff out, you never know how it come across. So it could come across like you saying that everybody over there is suckers. And I don't think you saying that, but I just want to be careful that it don't even come across like that, because that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to just kind of say that. Got me a super chat. He said, boss, we're past at Linehan, but damn, he made sure Romo got Dez the balls and targets. Oh, don't get me started, Perry. Ooh, don't get me started. But also, let me be honest with you, Perry. I don't think that was Scott Linehan. I think that was more Romo. I think that was more, see, because the dude that I'm talking to right now on the phone, he the one sent me the article where Romo was talking about the problem with a system philosophy. And he said, initially, it's going to work. Initially, he said, because that defense is not going to know where the ball is going. He said, but then your offense in a system eventually gets patterns. And once them D coordinators figure out your patterns, it doesn't work anymore. And that's what happened with us last year. Remember the first 8 games? Everybody was like, Kellen Moore is genius. Kellen Moore is definitely going to be the next head coach. He's surely a genius. They figured that system out by the first 8 games. I mean, the last 8 games. And it was all. So the difference with Romo is Romo just had the balls to be like, nah, send that play back.
And you know what? You know what else too?
Yeah.
That comment that he gave, this is Romo talking as a commentator. But I don't believe that that's something that Romo just stumbled upon or just discovered.
No.
Because he was a part of the system.
Yes.
That's something that he knew long time ago.
Right.
So that's why in a lot of instances you saw Romo doing his own thing, improvising and audibling the play, is because he knew that system wouldn't work.
Exactly. He was like, these dudes done caught up to us. You know? So
yep.
And that's the next phase that Dak got to get to. Honestly,
he does.
Dak got to get to that to where, and he's not wild like that. Just to be honest, and we already talked about that a million times. I'm not gonna redo it again, but yeah, that's the next, because I think Dak trusts this system stuff. Because matter of fact, in that article, he was countering Dak, who was talking about, oh, this system is good. People not gonna know where the ball is coming from and all of this. And Romo's first words was initially. Ooh. Right. My boy Park Street said it. Kill, Romo voice. Perfect. Chattered it. Yep. Kill that play. Kill it.
Yep.
Kill.
Yep. Every time.
Kill it.
Time.
Man, what Scott Linehan sent in here? We not doing that. And
like
Romo did that a lot. Mr. 4th and 1 is now called Mr. 4th and 1 because of Romo. Because Romo was like, nah, we not running that play. Jesse, I'm finna throw you this ball on 4th and 1. We go win this game and go home. That's exactly what he told him. He said, man, my ribs are hurting. Jesse told us this story straight up. He said, man, my ribs hurting. Jesse, I'm checking out of that play. I can't have no long drive. I'm finna throw you this ball and we going home.
Going home. Yep, and it worked. But again, that's like what we talked about yesterday. Over the course of the game, not even your D coordinator, hell, the defensive players on the other team gonna figure you out.
Yeah, facts.
A high IQ player might not even need his coordinator to tell him anything. He's gonna say, "Hey, I know every time he drops some hips and stick that foot, he's cutting up, he's turning back for the ball." And then you have individuals who start jumping routes, and you wonder how did they get to the point where they picked us off? Because they've been studying you all game. They got you figured out now.
Real quick, I gotta.
But like all of y'all have been saying this year, and this is what Kellen Moore, y'all have all said it. You want to see him develop that counter.
Yeah, the counter.
But with Dak Prescott, since we talking, since Law Nation is topic of conversation, in the words of the good brother Law, let him hang.
He got to. And
Dak gotta let him hang, man.
Real quick, I'm seeing a fight that's happening in the chat. I do want to settle it. My boy Dimitri say number one offense. Number one offense 2 of the 3 years under Moore, and would have been in 2020 if we ain't lose Dak. And that's usually what trip people up. That's usually what trip people, they look at that overall stat in terms of us being number 1 in yards. So I'm gonna recommend a video, all right, that I would want you to go check out, Native J. And I'm, just think of it what you want. I did a breakdown. It's the first thing that I have on my Twitter where it's systems versus matchup. And I go into great detail on why and what's wrong with the offense. All right. It's a whole show. So I can't do it in 5 minutes because you gotta really break it down. So, but go to my channel and go look for it, and it's go really, and hit me back up and tell me what you think. All right. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I mean, that's all. It's cause I see where people get tripped up with Kellen. They look at the overall offense and they be like, how can y'all have a problem with Kellen and it's the number 1 offense in yards? And it's like, you got to really break it down to what we do in big games, and you got to really look at it and how we adjust. And you got to look at it at the trend of what happened when we struggled, and then you can see where his system is fool's gold. Okay?
You know what that also tells me, boss?
Mm-hmm.
And this is no disrespect to the person you were commenting on, but it also tells me that individual may be a fairly new caller.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So what I'm going to suggest is if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that sub.
Yeah.
Click the notifications, so that way you can be filled in on topics just like that he's covered, and he has pretty much driven that point home. I told you yesterday, every time I think we've gotten past or we've put to bed the topic of the system that we have, something else pops back up to remind us that they're probably still going to use and implement it, and that we will never hit our true pinnacle as long as we are conducting ourselves under said system.
Right. And that's all, man. And just, we don't call people out on these channels. We try to have discussions on these channels now. I get fly when y'all get fly. So I could tell Native is trying to talk football. Anybody that's trying to talk football, we go back and forth respectable. But let me close out real quick. And I don't mean close out, but Amp, let me finish out this.
Bring it all together, man. Clark. Bring it all home, man.
I got you. So that was Amp, y'all. So Damon Clark, all right. Jerry Jones said on rookie Damon Clark, he's going to be here a lot quicker than anybody thinks he is. And I think he's going to be here pronto. So we've got a good plan for him. And of course, his body's got to cooperate, but it's looking good. So we've been on a very long time. We've been on a very long time after the pads came on. I don't want to make this show too long, but it's a whole lot more that I want to talk about. I'm going to have DMV on later. This is going to be the first time I'm rocking with DMV. And we go do a joint show, and we go talk about some of the rest of this stuff that's coming out, like Damon Clark and all this kind of stuff. And it's gonna be good because I've been wanting to do a show with DMV for a while. He a real cool dude. So I'm gonna ask y'all to keep y'all notifications on. All right, keep y'all notifications on. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, because I'm gonna be back. It's gonna be about 7 or 8 o'clock Central. And then we go talk about some of the rest of that stuff, because I don't want to put this all under one live and one video. I want to kind of split up the content, just because it's so much that we unpacked in one show, and then most people not gonna listen to a 2-hour show, so they miss most of the stuff I've talked about. So in the meantime, man, real talk, y'all stay up and come right back when y'all see that notification, and it's gonna be with DMV. So y'all stay up. Peace.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.